Yeah, he's done.
Turner Davis over on 3rd and 14.
Oh, got him. I promise on me.
John Beast is in the final 8.
The miracle is complete. John Beast has done it.
What we are witnessing right now is something special. 32-0 versus some of the best Madden players in the world.
Team Dockery, they are your champions. A mistake from Fancy. We thought it was over. We got overtime. Randy Moss, walk it off.
I'm so bad. Why do I have to beat like when the...
And Wesley is on to the final 8. A clutch money drive. And Jay Wall just sealed himself the belt.
We have a new Madden champion.
What if something you worked for your entire life came down to one moment? What if one sentence carried the weight of your dreams?
With the first overall pick in the Madden NFL 21 draft.
After a year filled with what ifs, the time has come to change the question to what's next. Tonight, the dawn of a new era in John Madden football.
Spoto selects D. Croft.
Let's go.
The best players in the world have built their squads to compete together.
Let's go, man.
As a team, to win as a team. Will a top pick fulfill his destiny and carry his brothers to glory?
Let's go! Crib!
Or will an MVP in waiting take the chip on his shoulder and churn it into greatness?
I have 2 belts, and I'm looking to get a 3rd in the Madden Bowl.
A year later, the world is recovering from unprecedented chaos, having done it together.
J-Wall just sealed himself the belt.
So tonight, the best Madden players in the world will dream together, compete together, win together. Welcome to the Madden Bowl, Draft Edition.
Special thanks to the great Joe Tessitore for lending his voice to our Open. Later this week, the dreams of hundreds of the top NFL prospects will be fulfilled when they hear their names called at the 2021 NFL Draft. Tonight, the dream of being a Madden Bowl champion gets one step closer to reality for Team Spoto and Team Dusty, the 2 teams that will kick off the very first game in Squads Team Mode in MCS history. Who will take another step towards the belts and the bulk share of $330,000? We're going to find that out in the next few hours. Hello, everyone, and welcome to night 1 of the Madden Bowl Draft Edition quarterfinals, joined by 2020 Panthers Club champion, One Great User. I'm Katie Ameren. User, if there's anything we know, it's that we're in for some good entertainment after kicking off the Madden Bowl with our first ever draft, and it was from the outfits to the swag ratings to the surprises. Last Tuesday got things going in the best way possible.
Absolutely, Katie. We made history. We had our first #1 draft pick, D. Croft, going down in history as that #1 draft pick. Will he be able to live up to the standards? We had a whole lot of fun. Everybody dressed up. Now today, you see these boys are locked in. They looking real comfortable. I don't think they thinking about their swag rating too much, as much as they thinking about that $150,000 and there's 3 championship belts on the line.
Well, the fun and highlight moments will certainly continue tonight in the Madden Bowl Draft Edition quarterfinals, and we're going to break down those 2 teams in action, of course. But before that, this draft was just way too much fun that we want to take a look back on it. Here's a refresher from the night that was the Madden Bowl Draft.
It's kind of a surreal feeling.
Oh, it's going to be all types of emotion.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of emotions really going on. I think, excitement will be one of them.
One of those things that, you dream about for as long as, you've been playing football, even knowing anything about football.
I guess I guess you could say it's stress for me right now, where I'll be picked at. What team are we going to, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's been a lifelong dream of mine to always play in the NFL.
It's always just sitting here and just look at all the mocks and stuff like that, and just like some days you're at this team, some days you're at that team, all type of stuff.
And I don't know how I would act. I don't know how my parents would act, but all I know is it'll be an exciting and wonderful feeling.
So really excitement, but just really ready to go, start playing for the team.
Especially not having things like the combine this year. I think it'll kind of have a little bit added meaning to finally get to do one of those things that you've been dreaming about for as long as you can remember.
Hello and welcome to the MCS Madden Bowl Draft. 24 of the best players entering the night as individuals, but they will leave in squads of 3.
Twitter's been crazy about the swagger rating, and you can see these guys coming out here saying, hey, it's time to level the swagger rating up.
You gotta look fly. It's the first ever draft. We're excited to go.
Like Cam Newton said, I'm blessed and I'm fresh.
You know how much clout that's going to have to be the #1 pick in the draft?
My phone's been going crazy all day. There's so many rumors all over Twitter. This is going to be tons of fun.
Are they going to choose their friends, or are they going to go after the gold? We're making history tonight.
The first overall pick in the Madden NFL 21 draft, Spoto selects D. Croft.
D. Croft gets the golden ticket. He is the #1 overall pick.
With the second pick, J-Wall selects Fancy.
You knew when D. Croft came off the board that Fancy was going next.
With the third pick, Raji selects Clef the God.
If you want to build your franchise, build your team, Clef is the star to do it.
The 8th overall pick, Drini selects John Beast.
This guy is a franchise player.
J-Wall and Fancy with that boy, they look like the best team.
With how hot Drini is coming into the turn, I'm looking out for that team to make some noise.
What a night it was in this Madden Bowl draft. Our teams are set. So much fun inside the first Madden Bowl draft. To kick things off, here's a look at the action we have coming up over the next week. As we mentioned earlier, today Team Spoto and Team Dusty will get started. Tomorrow it's Team J-Wall versus Team Prodigy in what should be an exciting matchup. Then Tuesday, friends become enemies as Team Pavin takes on Team Henry. And in our final quarterfinal matchup, it's Team Drini going head-to-head against Team Ape. We'll take a few days off then to enjoy the NFL Draft festivities and return on May 2nd through the 4th for the semifinals and our final of this first-of-its-kind event. And in case you need to get caught up on the format, here's our own Nick Mazesco with some info.
This year's Madden Bowl is the first MCS event to cross over multiple game modes in a single competition. Each day, 2 teams made up of 3 Madden pros will clash in a best-of-3 series format. The first team with 2 victories advances to the semifinals on May 2nd and 3rd and boosts their earnings to $30,000. Game 1 will be played in 3 vs 3 MUT squads. The first time in MCS history that the online team play mode will be integrated.
Madness continues!
But the fun doesn't stop there. For Game 2, each team will choose 1 member to represent the squad. To keep things fair, the losing team from Game 1 selects the game mode being played next, so no excuses in a sweep. If a Game 3 is necessary, the same rules apply as Game 2. However, the losing team can't choose a game mode that's already been played. And a new player must be selected to represent the squad. This is sudden death. Choose wisely. 2 teams will advance to the live final on Tuesday, May 4th, and compete for the bulk of the $330,000 prize pool, and not 1, not 2, but 3 MCS belts.
Touchdown for 84!
This is the Madden Bowl 21 Draft Edition.
What a catch!
Come on! Let's go!
Thanks, Nick. And since we just heard from him, why not bring him in? We're now joined by Nick Mazesco and Madden Club and NFL 19 Cardinals Club champion Tyler Davis. So good to see you guys. It was such a fun night inside the draft. So much more fun ahead of us in the next couple of weeks. So, of course, we got Team Spoto versus Team Dusty and User. It's the first ever game in squads in MCS history. What makes this mode so challenging?
I mean, it's so tough because these guys, you know, they're so used to playing Madden by themselves. This time we've added a different element. Teammates, like the real NFL, you have to count on your teammates. I mean, let's be honest, Katie. These guys never own up to anything bad that happens on the game anyway. So why not throw them teammates so they can have somebody else to blame? I expect tonight to be hectic, crazy, trying to get the communication down. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, it's so true. Remember, we're not giving out 1 belt. We're not giving out 2 belts. We're giving out 3 belts. So that teamwork, that chemistry is going to be very important. This first matchup, I think, might be the best matchup in all the quarterfinals. Both these teams have 2 guys that know each other well. When you're looking at Spoto and Decroft, how will Tenacious fit in? And then on the flip side, how will Dusty, he drafted well, but how will we fit in with Noah and K-Mac, who know each other well?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see after MUT squads, what is the strategy going into game 2 and 3? Because, you know, there are a lot of options as to who you save as that anchor pieces have to go to game 3, or, you know, do you bring out your best player perhaps if you lost that first game? Do you bring out your best player in game 2 just to make sure you get to a game 3? And what game mode do people think they're going to see? Are we going to see draft champs? Are we going to see draft champs? That's the question I think everyone's asking.
There's a lot of questions, and hopefully we'll have a lot of those answers starting tonight. So time now for our picks presented by Chunky Soup that eats like a meal. This is always so much fun. And Nick, I'll start with you. Which team are you picking to advance tonight?
Boy, there's a lot of fire in this particular matchup between Team Spoto and Team Dusty. Team Dusty has the advantage with the belt winner in Noah. And that's why I think Team Dusty, even though Spoto got the #1 overall pick, took Decroft. I love those guys. I just like the 3-man chemistry of Dusty, K-Mac, and Noah. And don't forget, Noah has already won a tournament in a team-based mode. He won in that Yard Invitational. That could come into play when we get into MUT squads.
Yeah, we will find out. And look at this. I'm going to have a pick tonight, guys. Why not? We're continuing on having some good, clean fun. And you know what, Nick? I'm going to have to go with Team Spoto. You have 2 friends that know each other so well within Spoto and Decroft. TD, you were just touching on that. And I think the addition of 2 Tenacious could add some tenacity on top of what they already have. I mean, I don't know if you guys see what I did there. But Tyler Davis, going to you next. Who are you picking?
Yeah, this is a really tough one. Both these teams are really good. I think you're going to have to freestyle a lot in this mode. And I think Noah does have an advantage there. But, Katie, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Team Spoto. I love the chemistry that Spoto and D-Croft have. Remember, D-Croft was the #1 pick. Spoto chose him for a reason. I think they've added Tenacious well into the pack. So I'm going to go with them, but it's going to be a toss-up.
He's agreeing with me. Last but certainly not least, user, you got to pick one here. Who are you going with?
Listen, man, D-Croft coming in with the #1 pick. Yes, he made history, but I just don't think this team has enough depth. It's a reason why they was #1, and it wasn't just because Nick picked the lotto. Okay, it was. But listen, I think that Noah and Dusty in the squad and K-Mac, they're just going to be two good squads, too good together when you're playing squads. Noah has already won the Last Yard Invitational, so he knows how to communicate with his team. I think they're just a better team when it comes to all the modes.
Something we do know is that 2 of us are going to be right tonight, whichever way it goes. So we will find out. This is fun. A lot to look forward to, Nick. We're looking forward to your guys' coverage. Nick Mazasco and Tyler Davis coming up with a call of this first game. And a reminder to tweet using the hashtag Madden Bowl for a chance to see your tweet on tonight's broadcast and a chance to win a Donovan McNabb Unlimited card for your Mutt team. In Twitch chat, be sure to stay active because we'll be giving out items to a few randomly chosen viewers throughout the night. That's going to be fun to hand out some fun prizes. It's almost game time. A big night ahead. As I mentioned, Nick Mazasco and Tyler Davis will be on the call. But before the break, Noah has been one of the best stories since he became the youngest MCS champion ever at last year's Madden Challenge. Let's get to know a little more about the 18-year-old phenom, Noah, up next.
My name is Noah Johnson, a.k.a. Noah Up Next.
Finish it, Noah! Finish it! Come on, man!
I'm 18 years old and from Maryland.
Let's go!
The biggest thing that a lot of people know about me is I'm always playing with a lot of energy.
So much defense!
I just love competing.
Someone make a play!
I'm doing that in anything I'm doing, whether it be playing video games, playing sports, playing checkers. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I want to win, and I'm going to let you know about it.
Let's go!
He's going to be sacked up. He doesn't even get to the end zone.
Let's go!
You're going to hear me, win, lose, or draw. So I just think it's fun. I think it's all competition. It's nothing personal. It's just fun to me. It's what I most enjoy in life.
All that speed. Will they catch him? No.
My life changed a lot after I won my first belt, just because I started putting a lot more time into Madden. Once I started winning that belt, like, I started taking it a lot more seriously. It's been a huge impact on my life.
Never bring bunch on my field!
In order to succeed in the bowl, you have to trust in your teammates.
You got Devontae. Just run into the end zone.
They're putting the game in Dockery's hands.
Run in, Doc! Run in, Doc!
Because you're not going to be able to play every game. Like, you got to be able to trust in your boys. As long as we win the squads game, I think we're going to win every squads game. I'm going to trust in them to win their games, and I feel good. It's all about trust, though.
The Madden Championship Series is brought to you in part by Chunky, soup that eats like a meal, and in part by Verizon, 5G built for gamers.
Back on the scene, they know who we be. He's rolling with ease. My take out your team. That shock value. We're around here, won't talk about them.
No one likes living with a broken phone.
You broke your phone, so Verizon broke the rules. For the first time ever, new and current customers can trade in their old and damaged phones for up to $800 off our best 5G phones. Because at Verizon, the network is just the beginning.
More to come on the Madden Bowl Draft Edition after this short break.
miracle is complete. John Beast has done it.
What we are witnessing right now is something special. 32-0 versus some of the best Madden players in the world.
Team Dockery, they are your yard champions. A mistake from Fancy. We thought it was over. We got overtime. Randy Moss walking off. Yo, Fancy. Touchdown. And Wesley, it's on to the final lane. A clutch money drive. And J-Wall just sealed himself the belt.
We have a new Madden champion.
Matt, I think I got my fantasy nights mixed up. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Snickers satisfies.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat 3-topping stuffed crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The Madden Championship Series is brought to you in part by Snickers. Maybe you just need a Snickers. And in part by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
A live look inside the Snickers Virtual Players Lounge. We kick off the Madden Bowl tonight. It is Team Spoto at the #1 overall pick, taking on Team Dusty, who had some stellar draft strategy. Our tale of the tape between this battle of heavyweights. 2 teams of 3. 20 combined EA Major appearances between the two, 6 combined Madden Club titles, and Tyler Davis, only one of these teams has a belt winner.
Yeah, only one has a belt winner in Noah, but these teams are super evenly matched. They've been practicing a lot. They've been labbing a lot. I can't wait to see who gets the advantage. It really is a toss-up. I do think this is the best matchup of the quarterfinals.
And we get it on the first day of the Madden Bowl. So excited to kick this one off. So happy you guys are along with us. Nick Mazeski inside the best button broadcasting. Tyler Davis, TD, Team Spoto, first overall pick. Took D. Croft, sort of the start of that chemistry, but how about the draft strategy from Team Dusty, getting 2 TGL members in K-Mac and Noah, and able to get somebody in Noah who's a belt winner and has won titles inside team play.
Yeah, definitely. Dusty did a great job basically as the general manager, right? He took Noah in the first round, who I had #1 on my whole big board, and then K-Mac really slipped to that second round. He's able to grab him, so I love that team he gathered together. The point is, how can Dusty fit in, though? That's the one thing I want to see. We haven't seen much squads on a big stage like this, so I'm really looking forward to kind of get inside the minds of these guys as they communicate here on the big stage.
Before we dig into this matchup, let's take a look at our bracket over on the PS4 side. Lots of qualifiers. The winner of this battle between Team Dusty and Team Spoto will take on the winner of Team J-Wall and Team Prodigy. Boy, how about that battle we're going to have later this week, featuring the Madden Club champion, Fancy, Clef the God, one of the best players out there, Prodigy. I mean, that's going to be a really fun battle later. But we got Team Dusty and Team Spoto here today. Again, best of 3, and we're starting off inside squads. And the captain for Team Spoto, I mean, this is a guy who made a lot of noise in Madden 19, made it all the way to the Madden Bowl, falling to Drini, took Madden 20 off, did not play basically any Madden whatsoever, but he has come back in Madden 21 with a fire. And Tyler Davis, when we're talking about a player to watch, it all starts with the captain, Mike Spoto. This kid has some fire in his belly.
He plays with a lot of passion. Spoto is my player to watch. This is a guy that came back with a vengeance this year. He's the Colts Club champion. Look, if Spoto's on, he is without a doubt one of the best players in the world. But if he's not on, if he's having a bad day, sometimes he can let his temper get the best of him. He can get frustrated. So that's going to be very important for his teammates if they want to win this first matchup.
And will we see Gary make an appearance? We'll find out. On the other side, one of the youngest, the second youngest player in the Madden Bowl field, young Dusty, who won the Madden Challenge on the Xbox side, the only of the one of the Challenge and Classics that Drini didn't win. Dusty was able to win that one, his first EA Major appearance. And the youngster, I mean, listen, it's simple to talk about the captains as the players to watch, CD, but he is the player to watch because he's got 2 TGL crew members on his team. How will he coexist?
Yeah, he's only 16 years old, but like I said, he did a great job drafting his team. Now it is about how can he fit in. As you said, Noah and K-Mac, they know each other so well in the same crew. So Dusty put this team together. Now we'll see if he can really coexist and get these things going on the right track.
He's rocking his 49ers jersey. A reminder, guys, we got some giveaways going all night long. TD, this DeMarcus Ware is tough. 97 power move, 97 finesse move.
Yeah, this DeMarcus Ware is a beast. You definitely want him off the edge if you're looking to sack the opponent. Some of these MUT items are awesome.
These are our ultimate legend. We're giving away in the chat. Also, how about Philadelphia Eagles legend Donovan McNabb rocking that 92 speed improviser archetype. And last but not least, one of the best running backs to ever do it, LaDainian Tomlinson, over 13,000 career yards. Oh, and by the way, we'll be doing a dump truck at the end as well. Someone's going to win all 3 of these items, so make sure you are staying active in the chat as let's get the first ever MUT squads in MCS history underway. It's Team Spoto and Team Dusty kicking things off.
I'm really looking forward to this, Nick, to see how these guys can coexist. We haven't seen MUT squads on the big stage yet. We're going to be able to get an inside look at the communication. You know, with MUT squads, you're going to have to freestyle a little bit. You're going to have to adjust on the fly. That teamwork's going to be crucial. And you might see, you know, guys do things outside the box a little bit. It's more of a runner type of mode, so look for some jet sweeps. You see here, they're even going to start the game in Wildcat.
It's 2010 all over again. As it will be Derrick Henry taking the little, that technically counts as a pass? It's Jim Thorpe with the first pass of the game. You're welcome.
It's such an interesting way to start the game. And it looks like Jack Ham right there on the defense making the stop in the backfield for Team Spoto.
I'm a big fan of ham. It's like my favorite sandwich meat. You're welcome. You see they're rocking the TGL tag up top? So that sort of tells you the mindset of Team Dusty, led by Noah, led by K-Mac. Dusty, while he was sort of the captain, he's sort of falling in line, letting the TGL chemistry come through. Wow, big hit on Derrick Henry in the backfield.
Oh boy, Team TNC is ready. They are playing phenomenal run defense on these first 2 plays, and now it's already a difficult 3rd and 18 in a more of a running type of game mode.
Yo got smoke right there. Let's do it. Let's try goal line power out next drive.
Okay. The full house should be good too.
All right, I'm looping around. Okay, okay. I got, yep.
You got the numbers?
Oh, that's fine. Weird. That's
Ran
fine.
a little toss play on 3rd down. And you know, Ty, here inside MUT squads, we sort of anticipated this. It's going to be a run-heavy format because with 3 user defenders out in pass defense, it's going to be hard to find space for
I wasn't
receivers.
even looking. Are they in man or zone?
Yeah, exactly. It's already difficult to pass on 1 user. Imagine having 3 users out there. And so far, the strategy for Team Dusty is to kind of hand the ball off to Noah and let him try to use his stick work, which is, you know, a big advantage they have here. But so far, Team Spoto's defense, phenomenal.
All right, let's make sure let's go conservative ball carrier or conservative QB option. Yep.
See those coaching adjustments.
A tackle, no hit six.
Going on conservative ball carrier, TD, in this mode where there's going to be a lot of handing off, a lot of option runs. They're trying to make sure that their defenders, when the CPU is trying to get the tackle, they're going for a conservative tackle to make sure they bring him down, not going for fumbles.
Yeah, and it's a smart strategy. The only thing is, if you're not going to be able to get a lot of big hits. You might not force any fumbles, but you hear them talking there. They really want to make those A tackles. So when they press A, they get a nice conservative tackle. That's their game plan on defense to start this thing off.
I got the left side middle linebacker, by the way. I'm going to take out the left side outside linebacker.
Yep, I got it right.
By the way, Dusty, second youngest player.
They're taking a while.
In the entire Madden Bowl, but he's got the voice of a 40-year-old. I'm just saying, he sounds like the oldest.
They're in trips. All right, so we're going to both gain the gap here.
He really does.
They might have a speed option. Watch for the speed option here. Someone's got to get the pitch.
Both teams really dialed in right now with the strategy. You see
Okay.
K-Mac, he's thinking they might be going for a speed option.
Actually, Bob, you get the guy right in front of you, Tina. I'm going to come inside.
Wide receiver screen. I'm going wide receiver screen.
Okay, I like it. Tina, you get to start. Wow, throw it.
Yeah, I was a player locked. I didn't get it.
You got to throw that faster.
I like the wide receiver screen there. Okay, we're almost in field goal range too.
Starting off with a wide receiver screen. Interesting TD. Spoto, the very vocal here. I mean, not surprising that he's vocal, but he's sort of playing that leadership role as the captain.
They don't have.
Yeah, he really is. I'm a little surprised. I thought D-Croft might take the lead.
Can we do it again?
Spoto's doing it, and they went with a wide receiver screen, something we haven't seen a lot here in Madden 21.
I can't get to him.
It's all good. Dude, I don't hate it, D.
I kind of want Wildcat counter here.
Okay, go to it, because it was working versus the other people that ran this defense.
Yeah, when they were running this defense, Wildcat counter was the best thing. Okay, and I have Vic in the game, so we can super ag on the next play.
Okay. All right. Well, I just want to get field goal range, because we're what? Yeah. We're 8 yards away?
Okay, I'm going to ID the outside linebacker.
All right, get on your guy, Tina. Get on your guy.
I'm going.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up the user, or like the outside dude.
I'm gonna pick up whoever crosses first.
Go. Did we get yards?
I couldn't get out there in time.
You're fine. I missed both blocks.
I think I got it.
Do we do it?
Tenacious.
How about even though these guys were in Wildcat formation, it was still Michael Vick at quarterback. Shows you the versatility of Vick.
Yeah, and I like the play calls, the counter out of the Wildcat, and you hear Team Spoto talking about how they just want to get into field goal range. Both these teams expect it to be low scoring, a defensive type of battle. So they just want about 8 yards here, 10 yards here to get into field goal range.
Ready?
Wait, what's up?
Ready?
You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not on the right camera, but it's not a bad camera.
They're not back there. Go get it. Go get that.
Let's go. It up right side. The egg on the right side.
Score. Come on.
Who else but Megatron?
Okay.
What y'all say you had?
Do we want goal line fullback dive?
Yes, I like goal line.
What a play call by Team Spoto. They threw it up, and Megatron comes down with the aggressive catch. They took the chance, and it paid off, and now they're in business at the 1 yard line.
We've done this before. Go get that shit. Go get that shit, Calvin.
In real life.
Okay, I'm snapping. Get on the guards. Go.
Yes. I know. Put on your ass.
Let's go. Come on, man.
We're the fucking best.
When in doubt, give it to King Henry on the goal line. He's hard to stop in squads. He's hard to stop anywhere inside the game of Madden.
What a start for Team Spoto. And you heard Spoto taking control. He said, get on the guards for the lead block so they could punch it in with Derrick Henry. They get a stop and they score. They're looking good to start this game off.
Spoto.
So Team Spoto ahead with a stop, and then they go down and score. Big play on that drive. How about Megatron, Calvin Johnson skying up for the big catch at the 2 yard line, and now it's up to Team Dusty to respond.
Rush off the left edge, though.
That was really nice. And Nick, I can't lie, I'm very impressed with the leadership of Spoto. I did not expect it on this type of level, and he's gathering the troops, making them look good. Now, like you said, can Team Dusty respond? They're staying in the Wildcat.
Wait, is that legal? Hey, is that legal? Easy? They use a rush us. Yeah, that wasn't a play action out there. They use a rush. Jet sweep.
Looks like with Jim Thorpe at quarterback at that Wildcat formation, TD, they went for a pass play, and it was snuffed out by the defense.
Yeah, trying to catch him off guard, it seems like. Going with like a little fake PA jet sweep out of the Wildcat. But, man, Team Spoto was ready off the edge. And now it's like they're going to take a delay here. Interesting. Looks like
Decroft appears to be losing his mind, but that is sort of his mentality all the time.
It was a fake drag.
Yeah, and you heard Team Dusty saying, did they use a rush? Is that legal? Is that allowed? So that might be what the conversation is right now.
Bro, are they just not going to call plays?
I wish we could pause, but...
They're going to get kicked from the game if they get another one.
Yeah, like, come on, this is ridiculous. It was play action.
Okay.
Right. It's literally, we are in the same playground.
Right,
it's called PA Cross or something. Decline this one, too. I don't want to restart this game. Yeah, let's do it.
Dude, they need to pick a play, or they're going to get kicked.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
It's going to kick them from the game.
It's literally called PA.
Sweep, full house sweep.
They're in full house. They're in full house. They're in full house. They're in full house.
Cool.
Yo, get off Baker, whoever that is.
Tenacious, get down. Get outside. This is fine. They have
they are so bad. They are so bad. It is 3rd and 25. They're gonna have less yards. They're gonna have less yards than we did versus Henry that one game.
They're gonna have less yards than I did on that one catch.
Oh my God.
They're in trips again. Should I sub in the linebackers?
Sub in
or keep
linebackers.
this?
Sub in linebackers.
Yeah.
Sub in linebackers.
So, TD, a little bit of controversy early. It looked like Team Dusty talking with League Ops, trying to figure out if that was a legal user rush. And because it was a play action, it was legal.
Yeah, a little confusing there, but it seems like it was legal. Team Dusty recognized that, so then they came out in the full house play. But a little controversy to start off, a little drama.
Positive play.
And they're punted from the 8. We're getting good.
I say we gotta go to I-5.
We're literally about to be in field goal range again.
Once again, Team Spoto forcing a punt. Let's bring the third man of our crew, the greatest of users, one great user. How about we start off the first ever MUT squads inside the MCS with a little bit of controversy?
Absolutely, Nick. I want to let you know right now, I really didn't want to pick against the #1 pick, but I felt bad. I didn't want you out there by yourself, but I'm switching up. I'm going with TNC. But look, these guys are having great communication. If you're hearing Spoto, he's calling everything out. As a defensive coordinator, when I play squads, I love to see that he's calling plays out so his guys will be prepared and have a visualization of the formation that they're getting ready to bring out. Also, you're knowing that Dusty and them is running the ball no matter what. 3rd and a million, they're still trying to run the ball. Obviously, TNC hit him with the dot down the sideline with the bomb, letting Calvin Johnson ag on him. Listen, TNC came out here ready to play. They're not one-dimensional, and you can see the big difference between Dusty's team and TNC.
I just feel better because the mush is off my team. I'm good now. All right, I'm feeling confident with my pick. Sorry, TD. You got the mush.
I agree. I'm going Wildcat.
Oh, man.
I just love the Wildcat counter against this look.
Yeah, user makes some great points, though, there, Nick. I think Team Spoto is more prepared. They look like they put in the lab work because they were ready for this 3-4 defense that Team Dusty wants to run. So they seem very prepared. And then when Team Dusty's on offense, like you just said, they just want to run the ball on 3rd and 20. They don't really have a game plan. They just want to put the ball in Noah's hands and try to make some stick work, some sticky plays happen.
Missed one block.
Okay, K-Max.
I couldn't get out there, my bad.
You run up.
We're going ag.
Yeah, go ag again. Go ag again.
Yeah.
You're in trips. Okay, so bring the trips guy.
Don't make a hot route right away.
Yeah, I think they might be looking to hit that deep pass again. They said look for the ag down the field.
Yeah, you see Megatron out wide. Will they go to him?
Light up, Calvin.
Please, EA.
There we go. Oh,
throwing it up.
Thank God.
They literally just got
What do they have? I think they have it.
No, they don't have nothing. Metcalf has nothing.
Yeah, we're good.
It was just on
Very good defense, guys.
Fuck, I couldn't get on the camera.
We give ball and have fun. We really haven't had a positive play.
Exactly. We're in a perfect fine spot.
Fine.
They kicked in.
Perfect, yeah, great. At the 8. Honestly, with how they're doing, we're about to get a safety.
Let's get it.
Well, as Spoto just mentioned, TGL, Team Dusty, they have only moved backwards on offense. They need to find something to get some forward momentum down the field.
Yeah, they have negative yards so far. And can we talk about the great punt right there by Team Spoto? I mean, punting can be crucial in this type of game mode, and that is an absolute punt dot down to the 8-yard line, and you heard him there. With the way the Team Dusty's playing offense, they could get a safety in a situation like this.
I'm cheating in.
No, Tenacious, you need to get wide.
Yeah, don't cheat in, We're good.
You got the user, K-Mac. Alright,
Bono, you got the best user in the nation. Good tackle.
Suction the inside.
They're literally in
positivity from Daniel Mycroft. Interesting to see this team, this team, Dusty, utilizing Dree Archer at running back. There are a lot of great halfbacks out there. Archer, a smaller, quicker back they're using with Noah on the sticks.
Yeah, I think he has a high COD rating, high speed, high agility. It allows Noah to get in the open field and make something happen. But what a compliment, like you said, from D-Croft to Spoto. Says he has the best user on defense. Nice hit stick in the open field right there from Spoto.
Yeah, come on, they're not moving. One more, boys. I'll let you know when they come out.
It's up to you.
We just need 3 before half.
Yeah, we need to find a way to get 3, because we get ball at half and then we can just super clock.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Third manageable.
Just run it. Try to run a seam, because I don't know. You can't.
Again, make sure you guys are using that hashtag Madden Bowl. You might get your tweet shown on the air. Max Eastwood saying, let's go Madden Bowl Sunday night. Football is here, and the matchups will be epic. Could not agree more.
He's spied.
Down in 4.
Go.
Good. Get out.
How about a little screen pass action? And that's a first down. Could that get Team Dusty going offensively?
They're showing the.
I love the play call. Some positive yardage going. Flip it out to the backfield on the slip screen. Derrick Henry, allow him to take control and pick up the first down. And finally, Team TGL getting something going.
If we user rush, if we decide to pass, let's just cancel. Let's just block the running back altogether.
Let's go right. They got one of the users on the left. I mean, all right. Oh, get that block.
Let's go.
We can get that block. That's a touchdown.
They're still so far from field goal range.
You're playing risky on defense.
So I'm pulling from.
And see, Nick, you see Noah there kind of counting the. He's looking at the box right there, right? He's looking at the front 7. He saw there was more users to the left, so Noah called out to his team, let's run to the right where there's less users. They weren't able to pick up much, but that's the type of communication they need here moving forward.
Okay.
My user's
Hidden user. Got him.
Yes, Jack. That's why we pay for the linebacker.
Yeah,
That's why we pay for those linebackers.
Same play. I missed it.
Team Spoto not making it easy. Ty, we talk about inside defending the run. It's all about gap discipline, and Team Spoto is showing that.
I'm going.
Yeah, they really are. They're ready for everything here on this defense. You see now they got Snaker with a user, and once again, just nothing going.
I don't know. Let's get 3.
It's fine. They can't score.
Let's get 3.
They can't score.
Okay, we're gonna get numerous chances to get.
Come closer to the line.
Yeah, I know.
They're playing risky. We're gonna break a run.
They don't have anything. They just literally have an ad. They're just trying to get lucky on an ad.
Okay, so
we gonna get the ball back this half too.
We need 39 yards. We need 39
I
yards.
honestly think if we were just to chew the rest of this half out.
Yeah, if we just chew it out and get the ball, when we chew again, they can't move.
We're in wildcat game. I got secure the edge here, okay, Mike?
Okay, perfect. Why am I on this tackle? It's just forcing me. Okay, ready?
It's making me go to him.
That's kind of who I want to be on. That kind of sucks.
Get out.
Oh, we just tackled him, bro.
I was running.
They can't stop this. They can't stop this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside.
Ready?
Snap it quick.
Okay, cool.
I'm going.
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm getting out of bounds.
Get a bounds. Don't need a hit.
Okay.
Go to the other side with Lamar.
Yep.
Same thing.
Okay.
Something interesting we're seeing here with this Wildcat run, TD, is you're seeing that every person is involved in the play. The user blocking by these linemen, something you don't have to do when you're playing by yourself. They're having to learn how to do this on the fly.
Yeah, it's a great point. And I think that was Tenacious that had that little cut block out there. I believe it was Ogden to the left side, allowing D-Croft to get out of bounds on the run. So, like you said, you need to be on the same page here with the blocking. You know, us as Madden players are not used to having to learn how to block, but they are doing that well, and that was a nice run. I think they found something with that counter. Look for them to go back to it.
And just giving them. In order to make
I know, but they have.
I know. They'd have no timeouts and they know that you really can't pass.
I tried to go the other way. I tried to be.
Can we go?
Ag.
Yeah, I like ag. I like ag.
Oh yeah, no. Touch pass left.
Keep the fucking
touch pass left to set it up. Yeah, touch pass left to set it up for later.
Well, it's 3rd down, so we're not setting up anything.
Don't overcommit to one.
No. I'm talking about later in the game.
One sec. No. Okay, I'm player lock now. Yeah, go.
Check out.
Oh my goodness, we had
a lot of blockers, but he just got shedded because he was out of the way. We're fine.
Well, this looked like a game, TD, that Team Spoto was going to be able to run away with, scoring, moving with ease on their first drive, but Team Dusty's locked down defensively, and listen, they haven't been great moving the ball on offense, but they're going to have under a minute to go. Could they get into field goal range and put some points on the board?
Yeah, there's plenty of time here, but they need to get something going. It's really been a struggle. Team Spoto, they really used a lot of the clock well there. See if we can get a little return there. But yeah, Team Spoto used the clock well. Plenty of time here, although Team Dusty has no timeouts. Let's see if they actually go to the air now. They haven't thrown, I think they've thrown one jet pass. They haven't thrown an actual pass yet. This may be the time they try to, yeah, screen pass. So I think this might be the time they need to try something deep down the field.
If it's the same look, you should go to the left now.
I like left, honestly. I'm taking that use route. Got him. Ah, he shedded me, bro.
Yeah. They're so fucking bot.
Let's do alright, try break him on.
I'm gonna do toss. The toss they didn't really look at. I'm tossing to the right.
No, I think you gotta just straight bounce it to the right, bro.
Yeah, I'm going quick. I'm running quick.
Force me to block him.
Oh, I got why are we doing that? Why are we
just hurrying it up and running into it.
Yep, go left.
I'm just running back.
I'm pulling.
Come out.
Okay.
Just punting it out.
The sky. Oh, yeah, just sky kick it outside.
Team Spoto's going to try to see if they can't get a punt return. You got to think Team Dusty's going to boot this one high and out of bounds. But, man, Noah trying to get that stop and go. The discipline in tackling from Team Spoto, there's no room to run for Noah.
Do not touch him.
There's no room to run. They're ready for it. And a nice punt right here, not allowing a return. It's just been a dominant first half from Team Spoto. Team Dusty needs to figure out something on offense in the second half.
I like it.
Yeah, do it. Because they need to get 7 nonetheless. Like, they can't get 3.
Yeah. If we get 3, it's just like this game might be close.
If we get 7, it's definitely over. I have to
field. Yeah, no,
I'm going up the middle.
That's fine. There you go. Go down.
I tried. It's so laggy because we have 1 million people on one server, and everyone's from everywhere.
Yep, okay.
Right, we go for the super ag.
I mean, in fairness, there's 6 people. I wouldn't say it's 1 million. There's 6 people on this server, but
no, they don't.
Carry on.
And then snap it, bro.
And you heard him there say, if they can get 3 or 7, they think the game was over. I got to agree with them. What a play call.
I thought we were going to the other
super ag.
No.
I like super ag.
I want counter. I just like counter. You got like.
Okay. When you turn on Regs mode in Madden 22, which team will you be choosing to play with? Maybe with Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Pitts. How about Trey Lance? Tune in to find out this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN for round 1 coverage of the 2021 NFL Draft. Ty, are your Patriots, they're going to move up? They're going to look to make maybe Justin Fields in a Patriots uniform?
You like overthrew me.
I'm hoping. Maybe move up. Maybe try to get a guy like Mac Jones, Kyle Trask. I'm down for anything as far as quarterback goes, because I know Belichick will have the rest of the team ready. We just need some type of quarterback play to be decent.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
You're not a Cam believer?
Flat, please.
Nah, I'm done with Cam now.
I looked, Mike. It just wasn't there.
Looking deep down the field again for Calvin, and once again swatted away.
I'm running curls.
We just wasted that. Like, why would we do that twice in a row? That's so frustrating.
Because we know now.
And dare I say, T. Davis, maybe a tad of frustration coming from team captain Spoto, feeling like that was an opportunity that slipped through their fingers.
Yeah, honestly, Spoto.
Yeah, I agree. You go up 7, you get ball to start the second half. That was their chance. And Nick, if you know, it's really just Spoto and D-Croft over here with the communication. We haven't heard too much from Tenacious. He's kind of just tagging along here. But now this is the biggest drive of the game for Team Dusty. Just they got negative yards on offense. This looks like they're going to stick with their power O though out of this I-form tight.
Get out of there!
Yes, get going! Oh, Henry had a lot of room and a late tackle saved a touchdown.
Hey, we got momentum.
Oh, that could have been the break they needed. It was one-on-one to the end zone, but Team Spoto comes up with a critical tackle.
Give me a block.
Get out of there. Let's go.
Oh, they can't stop it.
Hey, we're about to get a touchdown.
Run it back.
Make sure we got stamina.
Yeah, I'm bringing injury.
How about Dusty chiming in?
Oh, they can't stop it. Same play.
With the we're about to get a touchdown.
Give me a block.
You love that confidence. They found something they like here. 2 power O's. Gonna go back to it for a 3rd straight time.
Yeah. Something like that. Give me the block.
Get out, get out.
Get me out.
Uh-oh!
Oh, good run, good run.
All right, come on.
Let's go, Noah.
They don't like it, bro. They don't like it.
They're sticking the
They found the
nation.
run. They don't like it. They're pinching their line, bro. They don't know what they're doing.
No,
They're just keeping a spread now. Let's do the let's make fullback dive on audibles.
Yeah, I got ISO. Should I just do ISO right now? They don't have inside.
Yep, yeah.
Get out there. Oh my God, bro! If I could, I should have slowed down.
Let's do the fullback dive. Let's do the fullback dive with Jimmy Graham right here. Get off conservative.
Yeah, get on balance. Yeah.
A lot of strategy going on right here, Nick. You see they recognize that they don't have inside stuff on the defensive line, so they went with the ISO, but they found something they like, and now they want to add a fullback dive to the audible so they can kind of pound it up the middle. Team Dusty is beaming with confidence right now.
I'm taking the user up there, middle.
Ooh, go to the right.
I just jump right away.
Hey, 3's fine.
Guys, make sure you're active in the chat. We're going to be rolling those giveaways. How about DeMarcus Ware to add to your squad? How about Donovan McNabb to add to your squad? Who wants him in the chat? Who's winning this game? Give me a 1 for Team Spoto. Give me a 2 for Team Dusty. Dusty's facing a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, fair. I like this. I'm pulling around.
Yeah, we got numbers to the left.
Oh, yeah, we got numbers.
Blocking the user?
Oh, it's so lucky.
Okay, wild cow.
All right, we'll take 3. That's fine. They can't move. Just remember that.
Team Dusty gonna have to settle for 3 here. A 51-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark.
Yeah, they have no
kick is up, and it is good. Team Dusty's on the board, 7-3. Let's bring in the 3rd member of our crew. One great user. Team Dusty finally finding some offense.
Yeah, as you can see, man, Spoto team's getting the ball out of half, and he felt like they wasted a possession. And Noah is known for finding a run, and that's what he did coming out. As soon as they got the stop, turnover on downs, Noah put together some good running plays, able to get himself down the field and get him 3. That's what they needed to get the momentum. Now all they got to do is come up with another stop. But I feel like Dusty's team, Noah's team, is kind of holding themselves back, not having any passing, and that's what's one of the things I think is going to separate TNC this game.
Counter run. With Vic Huser, I'm curious, how hard is it? You've played a lot of squads. How hard is it to freestyle defensively? We know there's a lot of freestyling offense, but how hard is it to find a stop when the other team has found a run?
Well, it's definitely hard to stop a run, especially when you have somebody like Noah. Noah's going to go through the whole arsenal of trying to find a run to open something up. And as you see, he finally got something in the 3rd quarter. But also, I feel like one of the things about Noah's team, able to keep cooking up and finding these runs, that's what's putting a lot of pressure on TNC, because they noticed when they came out, they tried to pass, and Spoto hit it dead on the head. Hey, we wasted this drive. We got to go down here and get points, and that's why you see them running the ball this time, not only using that to their advantage to get out of this game being up 4, but trying to make sure that Dusty and them have run defense.
We can't. We're on the wrong side.
Appreciate user hopping in, giving the insight. 3rd and 3 here for Team Spoto.
Good, perfect. We're going to get the first.
No! What a tackle! Wow. Oh, D-Croft was celebrating the first down, and they didn't get it.
What a tackle by Team Dusty. Now it's decision time for Team Spoto, and they're going to punt the ball away. That's the first time they went to that tight flex formation mode, the read option, and we thought there was a ton of daylight, but the secure tackle came out of nowhere, and they're forced to punt.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay, just gets into the end zone. On the tackle right there,
it's over. Come on.
how about our good friend Derwin James making a play?
All last drive.
There it is. What a tackle. That could be a game potentially winning tackle for them. Now Team Dusty, you got a lot of confidence after that last drive. Biggest drive of the game now. They need a touchdown. Remember, getting into that 4th quarter territory. Can Noah break off another big run?
I got the user to the right.
All right.
We can block him. That's annoying.
Yeah, it's there.
They are guarding the backside.
That's fine.
I'm gonna bring back in Mike because he has good user.
Yeah,
we do that counter. That counter could either be really good or really bad.
You want to try to
I don't like it here.
Try to pass?
Pass. Take off the play action.
Put Thorpe in.
Oh, okay. That play.
It's not a play action, right? It's just a straight up toss to the running back.
Chow, if you're listening, this is not a play action. Come on.
They're running halfback pass.
Down the middle.
They're running halfback pass.
I'm gonna go to the left.
Dusty calling out Chow right there, saying, "Oh, it didn't matter."
Oh my lord!
It didn't matter.
That's huge, dude. I'm going to nickel.
Was that
You know what's crazy? I actually might have been able to work that. I just got
our right tackle beamed out. Nice.
Do I leave
Our right tackle.
Same thing. I'm gonna leave. Do I leave in the
Big
linebackers?
Nice job, 75. Let's go, baby.
Linebackers. Big Nick over G linebackers.
Oh, that would have been good too.
Thompson or Simmons?
It's fine. Next play. We still got time.
I gotta go. Okay,
we got plenty of time.
I'm going to take the user right here that's standing there.
Okay. I'm going to go wide long. Give me the block.
Hit block.
No.
You got to punt. You got to punt quickly.
Fake it or
just punt.
No, quickly punt.
We're good. We'll get another.
You got 3 timeouts.
Okay.
Ty, it looked like right there on that jet sweep, Noah was running lead blocker and just missed the block on the user.
No one click on.
Yeah, just barely missed it. They had some daylight.
I'm cutting outside.
But you got to think at some point here, I know how difficult it is to pass. I know that they prepped a lot to run the ball. But at some point now, get into the fourth quarter, you got to take a shot, pass the ball down the field.
That did look good.
It's because they have out my ways, bro.
Okay, I'm coming out and I'm just quick snapping it here, by the way. Okay. Make sure I'm conservative. I'm not going to audible to it. I'm just coming out like that.
Now, D-Croft talking about quick snapping the ball. What's the benefit of quick snapping, especially here in squads?
Yeah, you see quick snap a lot on the competitive Madden scene. You want to kind of catch them off guard before they're ready. So they might be setting up the defense. You see them. They're going to bring the safety down the box. They're going to spread out the linebackers. If D-Croft can come out and hike it before they're ready, it's going to force them to be on someone they don't want to be, potentially turning into a big play for Team Spoto, but it didn't happen there.
We need it first, bro. I don't want to be on defense. Like, just with how running the ball is, it's just so scary.
Okay, ready?
I finally got an idea. Let's go.
Yeah, we're ready. Oh, you're
not. Good.
Did we get the first?
Oh, big hit on Vic on the sidelines. That counter out of Wildcat had some daylight. Biggest third down of the game for both teams.
We need this first, dude, badly. This is huge. This is huge. Because then we take it to the 2, and they have to start using burners. We're 2 first downs away from winning.
And you hear Spoto calling out the game management strategy. That's so critical. He says, 1 more first down here. I'm going to be able to take it down to the 2-minute warning. And then Team Dusty will have to start to use timeouts. So Spoto really thinking to the future, but they need to convert this 3rd and 5.
Yes.
Got it. Let's go. Oh my God, Derek hit that block.
Oh my goodness. Can we go power? Can we go power?
I don't think we go away from counter.
Okay.
I
we can stay countered.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, they're just keying, but we can do whatever we want to do. I don't care, Dan.
Depending on what happens on first, I don't want to do a bad first round on Mike and then lose a ton of yards.
Okay.
I want to gain like I want to go to the
bro, if Derrick Henry hits that, we're out of there.
Oh my goodness.
Get on the right guys.
I'm on.
They're bringing that safety down. And then
no, I know what you mean.
Yes!
Out! Come on!
They got it again.
Come on! That's the game.
We're cooking with Puffy.
That is huge. And Nick, it was Tenacious that called it out. He said, let's stick to the counter.
I mean,
Spoto didn't really want to. He wanted to switch it up. He said they're keying in on the counter, but D-Croft with the final decision saying, no, let's stick to it, do a conservative play on first down, and boy, did it pay dividends.
They still have negative yards, I'm pretty sure.
You guys are just going to be on the linebackers.
And remember, it is best of 3, so the loser of this game will pick the next game mode and the player they are sending to that game mode. So still, anyone's series.
So what I want one of you to do, one of you guys get on 74 and another one of you guys with Davis, you guys are going to pull on this backside here. Okay?
74, like this guy?
No, they're not. How are they going to do it? They're not using them. We haven't. They're not doing that.
I say we go normal here.
Just go normal. They're not using them.
Okay. No, because this is what's going to happen.
No, it's not.
Come on, Vic.
That's what's going to happen, baby.
Just one. Like, they're not going to be able to get them.
Okay. Vic is one run away from Truz, too.
Okay.
This is exactly why they are firing on all cylinders right now. Their teamwork is exceptional. You hear D-Croft calling out, you get on the center, you get on the backside guard to pull. Tenacious says, let's run it normal. I mean, they're just firing on all cylinders, and Team Dusty does not have an answer for this counter.
Bro, that was the worst.
How about the role of two Tenacious, sort of being the tempered mind in the room, telling them, let's not get too fancy. We know what's working, let's run it. And it's gotten them into field goal range until Michael Vick has an intimate meeting with Team Dusty's defense.
Yeah, I really like the dynamic here. You got Spoto, who's kind of the fiery leader. You got Tenacious, who kind of just, wants to keep it simple, barely chimes in. Then you got D-Croft, who's kind of the final decision maker. So these guys are on the same page right now, and they're looking good now. Potentially could win this game here. They, Noah, Team Dusty and Noah have to get a stop on defense now.
We're out. No, I did my best. I just couldn't get a pancake.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, third down.
We get this.
By the way, talking with D-Croft's TNC teammate Civil, I asked him to define D-Croft in one word, and Civil said nerd.
Can't stop either of these.
I'm going power.
We go power.
Fair, but after what we saw at the draft, D-Croft going #1 overall. He brought some swag. He had the little suit jacket on.
I'm gonna hit.
His swag rating definitely went up after the draft.
Yeah, well, he's back in his polo and khakis.
I got him.
Let's go.
All right, Team Dusty's not out of it. They get the stop.
30. What are we calling?
Does Team Spoto think about faking
We gotta
this?
go to I-type power O, right?
I don't think so. With the way that Team Dusty's played offense, you take your field goal, you go up 7. They have no timeouts. They haven't passed the ball all game. So I think if you're Team Spoto, you're in a great position. Just take your points.
They'll be at like 124, 123.
Yep. Should I just hurry up into that next play call?
You could have waited another tick.
Yeah, just go straight into it.
Watch the face here, by the way. Just be aware.
Get all the clock. We literally have focus.
Yes, that makes more sense.
Kicks up, it's good.
We have 124 left, and all we need is
10-3. Team Spoto has the lead. Team Dusty, minute 24. No timeouts. They need a touchdown.
Oh, damn. Both those runs were so close, too.
Okay, they're going to take a touchback this time.
They have, what, like 4 runs, 5 runs?
All right.
They don't have a lot.
What are they coming out in?
I'm going to let you know. Should I take out the line? I'm going to leave the
I mean, that's kind of the point of it.
Yeah, leave the linebackers in. For right now, just leave the linebackers in.
Okay, yeah, it's whatever.
They haven't
Hear them talking about leaving the linebackers in.
They might not get the playoff.
Continue to defend the run. Let's bring in the legend, one great user. You have experience in squads. Minute 24, no timeouts. Is Team Dusty going to have to pass to win this game?
Sides, bro.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
My goodness.
Well, this is a huge play to get a free play right here. It really depends on how these first couple of plays go. They still got a chance to pop a run, and that's really all it takes is one big run, somebody to get sticky and make that one guy miss, and then they're back in this game, and we could be going to OT. But obviously, if I'm them, I think it's kind of too late to try to go to the pass. They haven't even attempted one, but here they go.
They can't do anything. Come on.
Do we have stuff?
That's fine.
And as you see, it's a bag out there.
Yeah, I mean, you think it's hard throwing against one user and a couple one-steps? Try throwing against 3 users in a one-step.
It's tough because they put them in a predictable situation. So now TNC, they're too smart. You're talking about D-Croft and Spoto. These guys know what's coming in this situation. Now you're going trips tight end. They're like, come on, man.
I got deep bomb. Yeah. Pass committing with a spy.
I'm just going to take away the user.
I got deep bomb.
Why?
It's fine. That's so fine. Make a tackle. Like it. That's good. It's fine.
Shout out to user hopping in.
It just didn't let me spike.
Do they have screen protector?
Same thing. They can
Dog.
tackle.
That's fine. That's fine.
Got a corner out. All right, Team Dusty. Tyler, Team Dusty dialing up some passes here. They're at the 41.
It's getting interesting now, right? They should have did this a little bit earlier in the game. Nice corner out there on a trips tight end. They couldn't get out of bounds, though, but they quickly go up and spike it. So we're getting a little drama here now, getting into that inside the 40-yard line, but they need a touchdown. They're going to stick to the air attack.
They have the cloud on that side, though.
I would just snap it.
Okay, they're flipping again.
Tenacious just going the other side.
We're good.
I have an out route. Smart, run it out.
I'm manning up the tight end.
Too late.
Oh.
Got it.
God.
Oh my God. All right.
We have a cover.
I need.
I'm putting in. I'm
just
putting
come
in
out
the
in the
safety
same
and
play.
manning it up
If
to 20.
they have,
They're running that every play.
Enough time for the flip.
They don't have a red check.
I have to watch deep
Short side and then flip it
No,
wide.
I know. You're
Do the out route if they have.
You're fine. We're literally.
I say don't spy.
What about this deep post, dude? This deep post to Mike Evans.
I'm not gonna spin.
Okay. Yeah, we can run it.
I'm gonna take the user away over the middle.
Delay fake.
We're good. He's manned up.
I'm taking the user away.
I got deep.
Also read the corner route.
Outside, right here.
Yep, take it.
Inbound.
Perfect. Come on.
Snap it.
All right,
Wow.
They have one play. They have only like one play.
Bad luck there, TD, not getting the animation to get out of bounds.
Very unfortunate right there for Team Dusty. You see it. They're looking a little stressed now.
Look
at their faces. 11 seconds, so they have time for 2 plays, but obviously they have to get out of bounds or an incompletion. They can't get tackled in bounds or the game will end. You got to think if you're Team Spoto, they're going to be playing back here really deep. You don't want to give up anything over the top.
I'm running close over the top.
I got Evans. Someone has to use that. Someone has to give.
Throwing it up, challenging the user. 4 seconds left.
Do you want my
Quad coverage, tough to complete a pass in, huh, Tyler Davis?
Oh, very difficult there. You see, they tried to bring the user down. That's what they were saying with the running back, but it didn't work. Now, do you kind of maybe give the ball to Noah and a run play and try to make something happen, or do you just throw it to the end zone? So decision time here for Team Dusty, last play of the game.
Like almost just snap and throw it right away, and then I'll click onto Mike Evans and run around the left.
Okay, get on.
Cool.
Time out.
I can't, dude. Like
this is fine.
Thank you. Come on.
Let's go.
Threw it up to the end zone, tried to make a play.
Let's go, baby.
And Team Spoto with the 10-3 victory in squads mode. They go up 1-0. TD, it was all about the defense. They held Team Dusty out of the end zone all game long.
Yeah, their defense was phenomenal, but their communication was excellent. These guys were firing on all cylinders, making the right calls, communicating well, and they're going to go up 1-0 in this best of 3.
So it will be Team Dusty selecting the game mode and the player. We're going to listen in, see what they're thinking as they head into an all-important game 2 to stay alive here in game 1.
We good. We're gonna beat him anyway, bro. We all have to beat him anyway, so this game don't even mean nothing. We get Decroft on my host too, game 3. So.
Yep. I can beat Spoto. I've beaten him 500 times, and I'm ready for him.
Yeah, beat him, bro. Flood him. We good. Let's go. Come on.
Yep.
So we're getting word that Team Dusty is selecting Mutt Draft, and the captain Dusty is going to play. We wondered if Draft Champs would get picked. It is picked by Team Dusty. Now let's listen into Team Spoto to see who they're going to send into Draft Champs.
Am I allowed to get water?
Bro, just go. Just go.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, and they're going to send Team Spoto into Draft Champs to take on Team Dusty. Big decision here, TD. Going into Draft Champs.
Yeah, this is a big decision, and you heard Dusty say it. He's going to send himself into battle, and he said, I've beaten Spoto a million times. I'm going to do it again. So these guys are already prepared for a game 3. I love the confidence from Team Dusty, but we'll see. Spoto's been in these big games a lot more than Dusty has. We heard Dusty say it. He feels like he has the advantage over him, so that's what they're going to go. Great strategy.
Our first quarter final, going to game number 2, Team Spoto takes the 10-3 lead, but we head in to Mutt Draft, and when we come back, double coverage powered by Verizon 5G. We'll talk about the impending game 2 and what to expect on the backside of this break.
The Madden Championship Series is brought to you in part by Chunky, soup that eats like a meal, and in part by Gillette. Go all out with an exclusive offer on NFL team razors at Gillette.com/Madden.
First play of lunch. Oh, I gotta see that again. He's looking at not 1, not 2, not 3, but 19 grams of protein per can in Chunky chicken noodle. That'll fill him up. Campbell's Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
Gillette Pro Glide and Pro Glide Gel. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke while washing away dirt and oil. So you start the day with a clean shave and a clean face.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of the Madden Bowl Draft Edition.
Davis over on 3rd and 14.
Got him.
The miracle is complete. John Beast has done it.
What we are witnessing right now is something special. 32-0 versus some of the best Madden players in the world.
Team Dockery, they are your yard champions. A mistake from Fancy. We thought it was over. We got overtime. Randy Moss walking off. Yo, Fancy.
Why do I have to
touchdown. And Wesley, it's on to the final lane. A clutch money drive. And Jay Wall just sealed himself the belt.
We have a new Madden champion.
No one likes living with a broken phone.
You broke your phone, so Verizon broke the rules. For the first time ever, new and current customers can trade in their old and damaged phones for up to $800 off our best 5G phones. Because at Verizon, the network is just the beginning.
The Madden Championship Series is brought to you in part by Verizon. 5G built for gamers.
It's kind of a surreal feeling.
Oh, it's going to be all types of emotion.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of emotions really going on. I think, excitement will be one of them.
One of those things that, you dream about for as long as, you've been playing football, even knowing anything about football.
I guess I guess you could say it's stress for me right now, where I'll be picked at, what team are we going to, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's been a lifelong dream of mine to always play in the NFL.
It's always just sitting here and just look at all the mocks and stuff like that, and just like some days you're at this team, some days you're at that team, all type of stuff.
And I don't know how I would act. I don't know how my parents would act, but all I know is it'll be an exciting and wonderful feeling.
So really excitement, but just really ready to go, start playing for the team.
Especially not having things like the combine this year. I think it'll kind of have a little bit added to meeting to finally get to do one of those things that you've been dreaming about for as long as you can remember.
An exciting week ahead for the 2021 NFL prospects, and it certainly was an exciting finish for Team Spoto. Here in Game 1 of our Madden Bowl quarterfinals, Night 1. It's been a fun time so far, specifically for Team Spoto. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Double Coverage, powered by Verizon 5G. Alongside Tyler Davis, Nick Mazesco, and one great user, I'm Katie Emmer. Guys, let's break down this game. User, I want to get your thoughts first. What did you think of Team, I know you didn't pick Team Spoto to start, and TD, I'm going to do this to him right now. It's still early on. You switched your pick. I don't know if we're going to count that. I don't know if that's doable, but user, I'll stop picking on you. Tell us what you thought about the game.
I mean, look at you being sharp, paying attention who I picked. Listen, TNC did a great job. You know, they went out there. They really, I think what separated this game was the communication. They were communicating from the beginning, full steam ahead. They was ready to go. And these guys, they had a game plan. And to be honest, knowing them, they really just stuck to the run. And Noah having some of the best stick in the nation, he has to make somebody miss in that open field, especially when he has those 3 plays to break a run, because that's really what they were depending on, and he just couldn't do it. And that's what really cost them the game.
Yeah, and they'll have to respond in this next game. It's all or nothing. But, Nick, here in Game 1, we had a feeling there was going to be chemistry with Team Spoto, and that chemistry, like user said, it stood out early.
Yeah, I mean, these guys really were communicating the whole time. We saw the dynamic of Spoto being the de facto leader, D-Crump giving some analysis, but let's be clear, at the end of this game, Team Dusty's got to feel okay about themselves because this game came down to one play. It was one play, it was one ag down the field to Calvin Johnson. They were 1 for 6 throwing that exact same pass, but the one pass they completed got them the only touchdown of the ball game.
Yeah, and I thought the teamwork and chemistry from Team Spoto was a little bit better. Tenacious had some timely kind of chime-ins at the end, right? He didn't say much, but he did it in some critical situations. But the thing I'm looking forward to in this game, too, is Dusty is the Madden Challenge champion. So this guy, loves Mutt Draft. He called it out. He said he's beat Spoto a million times. So I really feel like he's the confident one going in. But, yeah, Team Spoto was impressive in this first Mutt Squads matchup.
Absolutely, T. I was surprised to hear Dusty say, "Hey, I'm not worried. I know Spoto's gonna be the guy I face." And actually, the strategy that they're taking, saying, "Hey, let's put him on the weakest mode that he's in. I got a better chance." It's not really playing to their strengths, but playing to their opponent's weakness. I think he's worse at this mode, so let's get him in here and see if we can get a win.
You got to love that confidence within a young competitor. My goodness, easy for me to say. Within Dusty, and we're going to get into that next game. They have to respond here, and Dusty has to respond. But, guys, first, Nick, you were mentioning it. We have a giveaway going on tonight, and so it's time to announce some winners. I like having this job. The winner of our first DeMarcus Ware Ultimate Legends card goes to Ghost Dog 0122. Congratulations! And we had another one. Donovan McNabb Ultimate Legends card going to The Bouse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I really hope that's how you pronounce your name. And if it isn't, now maybe a new way to say it, The Bouse. Congratulations to both of our winners, and we're gonna have more giveaways throughout the night. And of course, at the end of the night, one lucky winner is gonna win each of the giveaways. So Nick will be staying in tune with that, and we're looking forward to seeing who else will be our winners, and we're looking forward to seeing how Dusty's going to respond here in Game 2 against Team Spoto. These two going at it. User, like I mentioned, the confidence, it was so high seeing Dusty after this game. He wants to respond, and he needs to respond. What are you looking to see out of this young competitor here in Game 2?
Well, Katie, first off, whenever you see a guy named The Boss in the chat, you got to put the Rick Ross on it when you say his name. So he's the biggest boss that he's seen thus far. Congrats to him. But look, I expect to see Dusty play to his strength. Obviously, him getting Spoto in Mutt Draft is what he's really wanted. I didn't think this mode was going to be picked, to be honest. I thought every guy was going to try to play to their strengths. But this is actually smart. If Dusty feels like he has a better chance playing them on draft mode, you hope that they get the job done, especially that you heard him say that Noah is waiting in the wing. We can expect to see D-Croft and Noah if they're able to pull this out. But sometimes you start thinking too far ahead. I hope Dusty and them did not do that in this situation. He's able to get the job done and push it to Game 3, because you would hate to lose your golden ticket and never have him play, meaning Noah.
Yeah. Decisions, and they matter. Let's talk about Team Spoto now, TD. What do you think we'll see out of Spoto? It was a big performance within his team, and now he's all alone, but he's got 2 solid coaches helping him through this next one against Dusty.
Yeah, he really does. And, User kind of pointed out, they picked against the weakness. Spoto's not known for playing MUT draft. Of course, he won the Classic, which is on the regs mode here. He's throwing lages with the Packers. But Spoto's been in the spotlight before. He's been in big games. He's a runner-up in the bowl before. So the limelight, the big game feel, that's not going to be a problem for him. It's just going to be, can he be ready for this MUT draft mode and knowing that Dusty has the advantage because he just came off a championship in that mode.
And Nick, sometimes what it takes is just to get that first game out of the way. Of course, in this kind of series, the first team to win 2 games advances. So you don't have a lot of that time. And right here for Team Dusty to respond, maybe they just had to get through that first game. Do you think we're going to see a difference out of Team Dusty? And, what do you think we're going to see here in game 2?
Well, listen, I think it's a really smart choice to go with Dusty in this game, too. Don't forget, I know we're all talking about, Spoto maybe hasn't played a lot of DC. Don't forget, Dusty won the Madden Challenge on the Xbox side. He was the only person not named Dreeny to win either a Challenge or Classic side. This is Dusty's strength, and for the youngster to come in with this much confidence, man, that's got to put, I know that Spoto's playing without any pressure right now because, again, you lose this game, you get to go to a game 3. But Dusty, with a little bit of urgency in his first EA Major appearance, we're going to see what the young fella's made of.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It comes down to this for Team Dusty. Game 2 coming up next here in MUT Draft. Spoto versus Dusty. We'll get to it. Nick and TD, we'll see you back there on the call. But first, the Apex Legends Global Series Championship is almost here. Watch the best teams in the world battle it out for their share of the $1 million prize pool. Coverage starts June 1st. Stay tuned to twitch.tv/playapex to catch all of the action. What a fun night it has been so far, and how about this? Such a wonderful presence and leader behind the scenes, our own Royce Dickerson, and he's got some wonderful identical twin boys, saying my boys have figured out the 335 wide and are ready to play in tonight's Madden Bowl. See y'all tonight at 7 p.m. Of course, we're started here. I'm sure his lovely twins are enjoying the entertainment. They're such great helpers around. We love that. Using that hashtag Madden Bowl. So fun to see even our youngest fans tuning in tonight. Well, we sure have a young competitor going at it against Spoto. A big matchup coming up next here in Game 2. You won't want to miss it. Stay with us.
You're watching the Madden Bowl Draft Edition. Stay with us.
He turned the game over. Yeah, he's done. Vernon Davis over on 3rd and 14. Oh, you got him.
The Madden Championship Series is brought to you in part by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And in part by Snickers. Maybe you just need a Snickers.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat 3-topping stuffed crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Matt, I think I got my fantasy nights mixed up. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Snickers satisfies.
Well, Team Spoto took the Mutt Squads mode, but Team Dusty is bringing the challenge to Mutt Draft. It will be Dusty taking on Spoto. Team Dusty trying to force a Game 3 here in our first quarterfinal of the Madden Bowl Draft Edition. What a tournament we have here, and I didn't think we'd get to Mutt Draft this early, but we did. Nick Mazesco alongside the best bud in broadcasting, Tyler Davis, TD. Dusty going with his strength, not only going to the mode that he won, but going with himself to get that to a Game 3, because you know when Game 3 comes around, we're probably seeing the Madden Challenge champion from Madden 20, Noah.
Yeah, it's a great call right there by Dusty. I'm a little surprised, but I like the confidence the kid has throwing himself into the fire in a critical game too. Like you said, when you look at Team Spoto, who's the weakest at Mutt Draft? It is Spoto. And then you got obviously Dusty's the most confident in Mutt Draft. And think about this. If Dusty does win this, we could have a potential Game 3 of Noah and D-Croft.
Could be a lot of fun. Now, we got a new format this year here in the Madden Bowl, so if you missed it, each series is best of 3. We saw that Game 1 in 3 versus 3 squads. The loser of that one, so in that case, Team Dusty was able to pick the game mode and the player for Game 2. If Team Dusty is able to win Game 2 and force a Game 3, it will be Team Spoto picking the game mode and the player, but it must be a different game mode and a different player than Game 2. So we'll see something totally different in Game number 3. Let's head back inside Pizza Hut Stadium, your site of all Madden Championship Series games, and kick this one off. It is Dusty and Spoto inside Draft Champions mano a mano. Let's get to know these players a little better, starting off with Dusty, Captain Dusty. Hayden Hardigan, 16 years old from Peoria, Arizona. That's not too far from where I live. $20,000 in career earnings. Madden 21 Bowl top 8, his first EA major event appearance. This young kid has confidence. He was your Madden Challenge champion on the Xbox side.
Yeah, he shut out Clef 12-0 in the challenge final. So you know he's prepared on this Mutt Draft mode, but can he take off the experienced Spoto? We'll see.
On the flip side, man, it took a break in Madden 20, came back in Madden 21. All he's done is made the Madden Bowl. Michael Spoto, 19 years old from Staten Island, New York. Over $79,000 in career earnings. His 6th EA major appearance. And Ty, listen, we talk about how maybe the Spoto is the weakest on his team in draft chance, but let's not forget, he qualified for the Madden Challenge on Mutt Draft in 18 and 19, took 5th in both those tournaments, and who did he lose to? The champion of Madden 18, Drini, and the champion of Madden 19, Krotobin.
And that's exactly why his versatility rating was 96 in the player rating, because Spoto can play all modes. Every year he's good. That's why he's one of the mainstays of the MCS.
Interesting part about this as well, TD, Dusty and Spoto, they're going to have their teammates in their ear, so they're going to have a second set of eyes on the game, watching this and giving advice as we go through this very crucial Game 2.
Yeah, and that's the cool aspect of this, right? It's almost like a coach on the side coaching you up. It's like a big boxing match when you got your trainers in the corner coaching you up as well. So I'll be interested to hear if K-Mac and Noah chime in for Dusty and vice versa for D-Croft Tenacious for Spoto.
You guys are going to see a different team than we saw in Mutt Squads.
All right, we're fine.
Good D, good D.
Does that look like it was James White, the Mutt Draft mode, TD? Just a little snippet. It's a fully drafted team, so totally different from what we saw in the last game.
Get off in time.
Yeah, totally different here. You got a fully drafted team. He's going to go stay in this trips tight end to start. He goes with the RPO trap. Now he goes to the bubble, gets it out there early to put himself in a manageable 3rd and 1.
Do I go back to it? I'm going to this.
Current Las Vegas Raider, Derek Carr at quarterback. We're seeing a pass, something we didn't see a lot of in Mutt Squads, and Spoto delivers a dime for a first down.
Yeah, great design right there. He audibled over from trips to the bunch tight end. He had a nice little post route. The tight end was on a streak to bring back the zones. Fires it in there on the sideline.
You have that?
That's yards. Yo, Tina, what run do you like?
Gameplay is like delayed from Dusty.
I like the 0-1 trap. ID right D tackle.
He's running trap here.
ID if I run Bucks it there. D tackle?
I would say, yeah, right D tackle.
He is
Oh,
good.
that's
Okay.
incognito.
He motions.
Tackle.
When he motions, I need to bring down.
And Nick, I think it's important to point out that Tenacious was a semi-finalist in the challenge, so he's the one with the experience in Mutt Draft. So you hear Tenacious early now telling, Spoto a couple tips here, calling things out, because he has the experience from the team as far as Mutt Draft goes.
Pick! Let's go! Come on!
And that's picked off! Oh, he can't stay in bounds. That could have been 6.
Get 7, it's over.
It is so delayed. How can we
He's
help
blind,
coach if it's delayed like that?
Yeah, nah, we can't help at all, Norm. We're like 2 seconds delayed.
Yeah, we need.
Guys, make sure you stay active in the chat. We're going to be giving away that LaDainian Tomlinson Ultimate Legend at halftime of this game. So you want to get your active bonus. Let us know who you think's going to win this game. Team Dusty just got the pick. Who's riding with Team Dusty to force a game 3? Let me know in the chat.
Big turnover there for Team Dusty. Spoto tried the little flood concept to the left side, tried to go the underneath route, but Stephon Gilmore, he did a nice click on pick, and now Dusty gets that early stop he needed. Now he's cooking on offense.
It's something interesting, Ty, to keep our eye on. You heard Noah talking to our admin saying there's a delay on their end. They're unable to help Dusty right now. The delay is so bad. Welcome to being in a remote environment. This is some of the technological stuff that we have to work through.
Exactly, remote. We got 6 users on the server here, so that can play a big difference here, but Dusty throwing a nice little dot to the flat route. And guys, remember, this is Mutt Draft, so there's no abilities out there, no gunslinger, so it's a little bit more difficult to get these passes off, but Dusty, being patient, checks it down to the flat.
You can always give him a little dabble with the short side base. I'll give that a shot at some point. Yeah, I'll try to tell you what cover Shelly's in.
Just flipping.
All right, we'll take that.
Good run.
And how about the call from K-Mac, calling out the short side base run, giving him a different look.
And we have an interesting dynamic here, right? Because K-Mac's kind of like the offensive coordinator. This guy is a mastermind when it comes to the spread offense, passing the ball. And then Noah's like the defensive coordinator, right? He's the one that makes the adjustments on defense, has the stick work. So a really nice dynamic for Dusty to lean on both guys, whether he's on offense or defense.
After he gets up a big run, he's going to blitz. He's going to be mad.
Or something like that. I'm putting my flats on 25.
You got 2 plays.
Yeah, you're good. You got 2 plays here.
Mitch Trubisky at quarterback, the now Buffalo Bill.
Mine.
Laser.
Stepping left, looking down the field. Oh, it's picked off, an absolute steal from Lawyer Malloy. As that book, hey, that was brought to you by Snickers. Maybe you just need a Snickers. Maybe these quarterbacks need a Snickers, TD. 1 pick each way.
It was a perfect timing user pick. And, that book voice sounds awful familiar. Sounds like our guy, one great user right there.
Was that him? Was he yelling at himself with that call?
Oh, man, that's a pretty cool thing that we added in. But, yeah, it looks like Dusty had the read just a little bit too late with it. Spoto clicks on, makes the nice user pick.
Nothing open. He threw that.
Wow.
Good defense.
Yep. Good D. Let's go, baby. Come on. You got this dude bag right. This dude is not comfortable. He's not comfortable. He can't stop short side base and O, and he's got nothing open. Watch the post right here. Watch the post to the left side.
Yep.
Post hitch.
I'm going to block my running back. I'm going to eat this. Please.
That was too aggressive by me.
Good.
Yeah. That was good. Good play.
That's the first time in a pressure situation he's looked.
Didn't get the pressure.
You heard K-Mac call out, watch the post. Dusty got a little bit confused. It was a slant post combo. He went with the slant and the post was wide open.
There we go. Get out of there.
RPO counter. There goes James White. James White has a lot of room. Can he make a miss? 10, 5, down to the 2-yard line. What a run from young Mike Spoto.
Spoto, a.k.a. Mr. Stickwork, a little wiggle from the left to the right, takes it down to the 3-yard line on the RPO trap, and that is a big-time run that Spoto needed.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Look, now you're good, man.
We're like a second behind.
You're wasting my time.
Yeah.
I'm just snapping and instantly air check.
Yep, snap. Go. Just air check. Yep, I like this.
Eric Ebron, fullback dive, touchdown. Team Spoto takes the early lead here in Mutt Draft.
I literally
Big-time drive from Spoto right there. And the thing I love about Spoto is he's going to tell you how it is. D-Croft said something to him. They're a little bit delayed, but Spoto said, listen, you're wasting my time. Don't tell me that. And then Spoto punches it on a fullback dive.
I got to remove quick chase. You can't really stop it.
Take a look at this big play one more time. This one set it up. It was James White. Oh, TD, you love to see those Patriots making plays.
I love to see it, and I love to see that stick work from Spoto. You saw it. Just phenomenal stick work to get down to the 3-yard line.
That's my bad. I'm just trying to get my adjustments off.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
once
like,
again, Team
go,
Dusty
you could cut that upfield.
needs to respond to some early adversity.
He just manned up wide.
I tried at 25 already.
No, they're not. I reset them.
No, you reset. Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna say stuff, dude, please be right, okay?
Laser.
That's a quarter.
That's a beam to Darius Hayward Bay. And you can see a little bit of frustration from Spoto having his teammate Nazir Neely.
He got hit too and didn't get.
He's got D-Croft. D-Croft says, "Make sure you're right when you're talking to me."
Yeah, that's what you got to respect about Spoto. The other thing, too, is these guys are so close that Spoto can talk to him in that way, and D-Croft won't get offended. But remember, Spoto's a guy that he can let his temper get to him a little bit. We talked about this earlier on the show, so right now it's getting to him a little bit. He's got to control that.
How we feeling?
Bring in the user, one great user. You hear the fire from young Mike Spoto.
Absolutely, and this is what I wanted to see. This is what I want to see. Are these guys going to be able to listen to their teammates, coach them up, and give them tips? And you hit it right on the head, T. Spoto able to listen to D-Croft and say, hey, man, don't tell me something unless you know it's right. But D-Croft, he's definitely trying to help his teammate out to the fullest of his ability. And on the other side of the field, you can just see Noah and K-Mac hoping that Dusty can get the job done. You can see how intense the situation is. And obviously, I wanted to think about this team. When you get going into this game, you're putting your faith in somebody else's hand. And that's what Noah and K-Mac has done right here. How do you feel about this? Are you able, since you don't have the same relationship as Spoto and D-Croft, as you see these guys are going at it, but they're really trying to help each other to perfect their offense or defense. K-Mac and Noah kind of being gentle with Dusty because they don't have that relationship, saying, hey, watch this, and then seeing them get dotted on the same play you told them to watch. How frustrating is that?
Yeah, that's such a great point, user, because like you said, D-Croft and Spoto, these guys are like best friends, so they can talk to each other in a way that Noah and K-Mac can't really talk to Dusty. They don't know him on that level. It would be different if one of them were playing right now, you know what I mean? So it's an interesting dynamic, but Dusty responds with a field goal, so he's staying alive.
If I'm running the ball, should I ID that outside?
He's doing some variation of
no, I don't think it ever tells
the curl from the trip side.
How about the field goal laser beam? Hitting the hard cam to cut this to 7-3. Big shout out to our main user coming in with the
RPO twice, you're on first down.
The nuggets of information.
Come on.
Back to the run. Oh, what a gap shoot there from Dusty.
What a hit stick, too. Great stick work. We talk so much about the stick work on offense, but that is phenomenal stick work from Dusty. Like you said, he shot the gap, and then, boom, he laid the wood.
A reminder, no abilities here in Mutt Draft, and that's something that people got to get used to. Ty, we saw it during the Madden Challenge. Getting used to not having Gunslinger out there is a big adjustment because of the velocity that these passes come out at.
Exactly, and that's what makes passing a lot more difficult here in Mutt Draft than it would in regular Ultimate Team. That Gunslinger by far is the best ability in the game. So when you don't have it, the passes come out a little bit slower. You see there, he gets that throw out of sack, which could have been scary, but he's able to get out of bounds.
Yeah,
Go for it, bro.
You play too good defense.
All right, try to get sticky here. Try to get some yards.
How about
he kicked it to me.
Madden 20 Madden Bowl champion Tress Way booting this one away?
Come on, Hayward Bay, 98 speed.
Ooh! Hit him with a little change of direction. Big drive here for Dusty TD.
Yeah, it is. It really is. That was nice stick work right there. Now, we'll see if we hear more of that coaching from K-Mac that we saw earlier when Dusty was on offense.
He's double made.
Dusty has to trust in K-Mac. He's one of the most prolific offensive players in the world. See what he cooks up.
Come here.
All right, blitz me, and I had it.
There we go.
I want the ball. He just tried a third glitch for me, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah, no, I see.
If you're going up the crosser. That's a deep half.
7-3 our score here in Mutt Draft. Game 2 in this best-of-3 series. Team Spoto with the 1-0 lead. Mitch Trubisky back across to the field, and he finds James White, who stays in bounds. What a throw! Risking it for the biscuit, the big old biscuit here in Game 2.
Risking it for the biscuit, to say the least. You see Dusty with a little bit of a smirk there. He knows he should have just threw a pick 6 potentially, but James White, I believe that was, making a big-time play on the sidelines. Wow.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Let's go. Go run. Come on, bro. Every time he gives up a big play, he blitzes again. He might do it again.
Yeah, he blitzes again.
No, I know. I'm just going to hold the 3. He's not really going to call well. He just has to get lucky. He's IDing his running again.
I get. Oh.
Come on, give me a fumble. Like, he's getting so lucky. Yeah. He just threw a pick, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sending it to him.
Second and long for Dusty, the captain. Captain battle. He's chucking it up. Oh, what a dunk to Curtis Samuel. Touchdown for Team Dusty. A laser beam down the field.
What a laser by Dusty, and Team Dusty is all smiles right now. He got extremely lucky, but 2 plays later he throws a beam down the seam, and they take the lead. Huge drive from Dusty.
You might be able to triple dip the chip right here. Go kill him. Go kill him. Go kill him. Kaboom. Come here.
What a play. Take a look at this one more time. TD Samuel, the burner, beats everybody to the end zone.
Good old verticals play, seam route down the middle. Curtis Samuel, all that speed to go up 10-7.
You can have that, honestly. I had to run defense on the field.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And now, Nick, the pressure really shifts on Spoto now. He was in complete control of this game. Almost could be up 2 possessions if he caught that pick. Now he's down. Time working against him here in the first half. You can't let him. You can't fold in the situation. You can't let your frustration get to you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good D. He don't got. He doesn't have a play in trips. He doesn't have a play in trips here. He likes to bunch that in for passing.
Right on cue. Spoto heads back into the bunch tight end.
Bag.
Okay.
Let's go.
Look at the user downfield, TD. You see Dusty utilizing Keanu Neal and took away every route across the middle.
Exactly. Spoto went right back to that slant post combo he had success with earlier. This time Dusty recognized it. He actually guarded the slant and the post both with his user, took it away, and there was nothing open.
Tackle. Good.
Good.
Let's
see if we can get this one.
Yep.
Great half.
Stay keel.
Just unlucky.
Anyone's ball game.
That pick, the game's just so different.
Yeah, Spoto went the conservative approach right there. Ran the ball on 3rd down, and you hear D-Croft in his ear tell him, just punt the ball away, go to halftime.
Good half. Dusty, we get ball too. Let's go.
7 out of half and we win.
We dominated the half. We dominated. He got one lucky run. He got one lucky run. He's dominating on both sides of the ball right now.
Here's the interesting thing, TD. You're noticing dynamics
I'm taking this one out.
Noah and K-Mac, very, very supportive of Dusty.
Bro.
They've just been absolutely the cheerleaders in the background. It is halftime here in game 2 of this first quarterfinal. Team Dusty looking to force a game 3. They're up 10-7.
And I sent 6. Like, I literally sent 6 with the hover when he got to touchdown.
They continue chatting with their teams.
He got super lucky on it.
Like, come on.
Guys, we said we were giving away that LaDainian Tomlinson Ultimate Legend in the chat. Our winner, how about Chaotic Wonder Boy? Congratulations, you're taking home the Charger Legend, LaDainian Tomlinson. Big congrats to Chaotic Wonder Boy.
Look at that change in direction rating.
John Beast is in the final 8.
The miracle is complete. John Beast has done it.
What we are witnessing right now is something special. 32-0 versus some of the best Madden players in the world.
Team Dockery, they are your yard champions. A mistake from Fancy. We thought it was over. We got overtime. Randy Moss walking off. Yo, Fancy. Touchdown. And Wesley is on to the final 8. A clutch money drive. And J-Wall just sealed himself the belt.
We have a new Madden champion.
So many great moments. Who will be the Snickers Moment of the Year? You saw it there. The nominees will be announced this Tuesday. When they're announced, make sure you vote on Twitter at Madden League Ops on Twitter. TD, we've been around for a lot of them. This has certainly been an exciting year of John Madden football.
Yeah, it has. Some of those moments are crazy. I mean, J-Wall winning the club championship, Dreeny on his historic run. That fancy ghost ending was one of the craziest things we've seen. So a lot of big moments. I can't wait to see which one wins.
Ty, could we see more great moments here in the Madden Bowl? 10-7, Dusty with the lead and the ball out of halftime. This a huge drive.
Huge driver there. Spoto started with all momentum, but now Dusty has really fought back, gained it. We'll see if he can take a big lead now, up 10-7 with the ball.
Got him.
Crazy laser, come on. Come on, finish it,
Laser
bro.
to Darius Hayward
so
Bay.
Predictable, man. It's so easy. Let's go.
You hear K-Mac. K-Mac is the most supportive teammate I've ever seen. Every single play, this guy has some positive words for Dusty, and Dusty is stepping up. The 16-year-old is looking good.
I don't know. I'm not an expert base runner.
I don't know if you notice on the Spoto side, it's been relatively quiet from the two teammates. Maybe a little bit of that Spoto sort of telling them to get out of his ears. Too Tenacious, I'm not sure has said anything since the first quarter.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't think we've heard one word from Tenacious since the start of the game. Just super quiet. It's mainly been Decroft and Spoto talking about what to do.
Trubisky rolling out.
Good run, good run.
Step out of bounds, picks up 7. Again, use that hashtag Madden Bowl. Carl Weezer at EVG, a lot of numbers. Says, if I don't see my tweet, I'll be very sad. Carl, we got you. We got you. Isaiah Toigo on Twitter says, this is my first time watching the hashtag Madden Bowl ever.
Not the worst thing, too.
Give me a 1 in the chat if it's your first time tuning into the Madden Bowl. We're so happy all of you are along with us. We've got a great 2 weeks of action. You don't want to miss it. Trubisky.
That's a pick too. And he just gets overthrown when he wants to throw the ball to me.
Yeah, I have to agree with Spoto right there. Risky pass from Dusty. He's fortunate that that was out of bounds, but nonetheless, it was a solid drive. You move down the field, you get points, and now you're going to go up 2 possessions, or 1 possession, 6 points.
A reminder, if you're tuning in late, our first game was on Mutt Squads. Team Spoto came away with a victory in that game. Team Dusty got to pick the game mode and player for game 2, which means they selected the Mutt draft mode, which you're seeing here. No abilities. These teams drafted inside of draft champions. If we go to a game 3, that would be in the case of Dusty, Team Dusty winning. Team Spoto would select the game mode and player for game number 3. So plenty of action left though, and How about Spoto going to James White?
Bouncing off of people.
Yeah, and that's really been Spoto's best play so far, is this RPO trap bubble here out of the strips tight end. He's going to go right back to it. This time he throws to the bubble. And that was, he had a seam right there. Fortunate tackle from Gilmore on the outside.
That was a weird animation he got off that bubble screen.
I'm here watching the hit.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah.
This is game.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
game.
Apply the pressure.
End it right here. End it
Come on,
right
go
here.
for
This
it.
is game.
Boy, you could not tell me.
Spoto.
Ty, you could not tell me that Dusty was not a part of TGL, watching how these guys interact.
Yeah, you hear Noah. He's saying this is game if you get this stop. Big decision for Spoto. He's going to go for it. This could be the game.
Carr back to pass. He's got the slant diving catch. Will Fuller picks up the first down.
Hey, make him.
And that's why Spoto, he's been in big games before. He knows how to come up clutch. Throws an absolute laser when he needed it on 4th down.
He really can't stop the run.
He did.
He just can't stop that one, really.
Kenny Galladay motions to the left for Spoto.
Let's go.
Really good user once again, following that slant across the field.
Yeah, great user. Spoto, that's been his only route combo he loves, is that slant post combo out of the bunch tight end. Motions over the slant that time, had a flat route as well, but Dusty was all over it waiting for it.
I gotta get that.
Maybe
nice run there for a first down. And Ty, that's been the success for Spoto. He's utilizing those RPOs, unique plays in the playbook where you have the option to hand it off or throw that screen pass.
Yeah, you do. It's a very interesting play because he can hand it off or throw it out there. That's been his main thing. He flips the formation back and forth. He always wants his trips to the wide side of the field. He's going to go with a little tempo here. Look for him to go right back to the play.
Yes, block.
How am I not stopping this?
You literally can't stop this.
There we go.
You're good.
Confidence building for Team Spoto.
And you hear Dusty saying, I really can't stop this right now. Look to see if no one came back, kind of chime in here, give him a little bit of an adjustment he can maybe make.
He's got, bro, he wants to do this every play. Like, he's not comfortable passing. Okay, again, curl route, slant, post.
Oh my God, bro.
There we go.
How about Spoto mixing up the route combo a little bit? Fourth quarter, 4's up in the chat. This one's coming down to the wire. Spoto on the drive.
Yeah, this has been a great game. We talked about the freestyling in Mud Squads, but Spoto goes a little freestyle right there. Playmaker, woo, and he almost just threw a book.
Oh my God.
Almost just threw a book.
Oh, and that's to the crib, too.
We like it. We like it. Come on.
Good D, baby. Yes, sir.
Stop the run. Let's have some fun.
So that's fine.
Stop the run.
Okay.
Tackle. Come on. Oh, he wants to do that every play, man.
I like it again, honestly. He really just hasn't stopped it.
Dad, come on.
Go.
Go. Come on, dude. Let's go.
All right, decision time for Spoto, and it looks like he's going to bring the offense possibly back out of the field. Nope, he's going to take his 3 and try to get a stop on Dusty.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision. You heard him ask Dekrov and Tenacious, should I go for it? Couldn't quite hear their answer, but he goes with the smart decision. There's plenty of time left. Over 4 minutes to go. You have all 3 timeouts. Get on defense and try to get another stop.
No need to get sacked and lose 10 yards on the first play. Grind it out.
We're gonna snap this shit out, dude.
I think we've been forcing a mistake here.
Grind it out.
Good one. I've missed it.
No, you're good.
Arian Foster bouncing off tackles, picks up 5.
Yeah, and you heard Dusty say he wanted to get to the line and snap it quickly. He did just that. I think Spoto wasn't quite in position with his linebacker. He's in that 3-3-5 wide defense, of course. He wasn't quite in position. Dusty takes advantage, able to pick up a nice 5 yards on first down.
All right, we'll take it out. I got it.
Hey, you're playing on East Coast host. He lives in a dorm on the East Coast, man. You're lagging. You're good. No one to impress here. You get the yards, Make sure we're snapping below each 30-second mark. Yep, good.
It's not good from here. I wouldn't worry about that one too much.
He's no base defense.
Back to the run. It's Foster.
Yes,
Foster's
sir.
got space. Foster's into field goal range for Team Dusty.
Let's take our stamina. Let's make sure we're on conservative. Let's take our stamina.
3 straight halfback quick bases, and Spoto doesn't have an answer for it. You hear K-Mac saying, get on conservative. They do not want a chance a fumble in this situation. You also heard them say we got to use all this clock, hiking it under 2 seconds on the play clock. Look for Dusty to do just that again.
Give your timeouts if you need them.
Yeah, no, use the timeout if you need it. You can't stop it.
Ty, you can almost feel the tension looking at Team Spoto. No one's relaxed on that side of the ball.
Yeah, look at Tenacious. He's leaned over. He's got his hands on his chin. Looks like he's biting his nails. Spoto's bobbing back and forth. He's locked in. D-Croft looks stressed. They know what's on the line right now. All these guys do. And this is where it's critical spot here because Spoto might need to start using these timeouts if Dusty can get another first down.
Oh my God. Ooh, okay.
Play there from
Spoto,
and there is one of those timeouts used.
Go going up. The screen. You cut him with the screen. If you don't got something.
Big 3rd and 6 here for Dusty. Look for him to go to the air because 1 dot, it really puts the pressure on Spoto if he can convert this.
Trubisky back to pass. Stepping up, taking a hit. He'll lose 2.
2 minutes, 2 times.
And Spoto will have a guap drive TD. He'll be presumably down 6 with 2 timeouts. Very doable.
It's very doable, and he saved those 2 timeouts. So young Mike Spoto, he has all that experience on the big stage. He can put his team up 2-0. He can potentially win this series if he can go on a money drive.
We've been running trap first play every drive.
He can't.
Okay. I'm fair enough.
Fair catch in the end zone. Folks, when you turn on Regs mode in Madden 22, which team will you be choosing to play with, Trevor Lawrence or Kyle Pitts? How about Trey Lance? Tune in to find out this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN for round 1 coverage of the 2021 NFL Draft. I am so excited for that, mostly because for the first time in a very long time, my Browns are picking at like 28. Like they're not, I don't have to worry about a quarterback. I don't have to worry about any of that.
Finally, you guys don't have the top 5 pick like you do every year.
Woo!
About time.
Okay, well, I don't know why you got to say that like that, TD. All right, settle down.
Oh, bro, what is this guy throwing?
Ooh, okay, you're all over him right now.
I'm just sad I'm in Phoenix now because the draft is in Cleveland this year. I could have been there.
Yeah.
Could have been there, but hey, maybe the Browns have a chance in the Super Bowl this year. I highly doubt it, but hey, who knows?
Going for the bomb.
3rd and 6.
Get
Get down the field. It's Clayton. Did he get the feet in bounds? He did not. 4th and 6. 4th of the ball game.
What's he doing?
This is your ball game right here for Spoto. Is he clutch again? Let's see now. Does Dusty decide to send some heat, put the pressure on Spoto, or does he play coverage? Here we go. Game on the line.
He sends some pressure. It's picked up nicely, though. And once again, Will Fuller makes a big catch for Team Spoto. Another 4th down conversion.
Clutch dot. Will Fuller's been his clutchest player so far. He converted a 4th down earlier with him. He does it again here, keeping the drive alive. Plenty of time. Still has that timeout as well.
Carr on 1st and 10.
We're still good.
He's going for that bomb. What's up?
We still have so much time.
I don't know if it's getting open. What receiver is that?
I think I'm just going to
It's the slot guy.
Actually, he's doubling me.
Man up 83 maybe with the linebacker?
No, it's 19.
Or you sent pressure, it's up to you. No, I thought it was Clayton.
Throw to the flat. That's Fuller again. And really nice time management from Spoto. 1:09 to go. He's at midfield.
Yeah, there's a real chess match going on right there. You saw the previous play, Dusty was playing coverage. He had his outside linebackers in curl flats, playing about 20, 25 yards to the sideline. That time, he blitzes his outside linebacker. Spoto recognized it. Throws a nice little flat pass.
And there's Fuller again, big catch. Inbounds, though, that clock runs down. Reminder, if Spoto wins this game, we're done for the night. If Dusty wins this game, we go to a game 3. Carr back to pass, screamed at off the edge, but a nice find.
Oh, hold it.
Ty, it feels like we're in that time period where this game's going to end on this drive one way or another. I don't know how much time Dusty would have if he's able to, if Team Spoto's able to get in the end zone.
Yeah, Spoto will have to score here to give him any time. The user fell down. This could be a big play.
Oh, let's go.
It's going. Oh, big hit on Kenny G. Oh, he dropped the sacks and the football.
Dusty is so fortunate. His user over the middle fell down, allowing Spoto to throw anything. But Gilmore again with a big hit, and now 3rd and 6. Time really working against Spoto.
Fucking what's his name was out of the game, Clayton.
Corner left side.
Dot. Come on.
Got the curl out. He's got Davis. No timeouts left for Spoto. He's at the 9-yard line. He's close to the end zone, TD, but this is where it gets tough.
Pressure builds. Here we go.
Honestly, I don't know about you. I'll run it. I'm gonna run it next.
Dot! Come on!
Wide
There's not another man
open.
out
Clayton, touchdown. They left some time on the clock, but Spoto has tied this game up, pending the extra point.
Come on, bro.
Spoto is clutch. What a drive by young Mike Spoto to go up 1. But like you said, it did give some time here for Dusty, and he has all 3 timeouts. 27 seconds is enough time to get down into field goal range.
I'm good though. I promise you.
What a drive from Mike Spoto. Looking to close this one out. Does Dusty have the clutch gene?
What a game.
Come on, boys. If you shed right here, if you boys shed right here, that's not gonna work in the 30s, is it? It shouldn't. Watch it. It's
Okay.
I guess. Okay. It's fine.
Finds White over the middle, gets 11. That was a tight window throw.
Really tight window, but a good first play. You get 10 yards. You only took 7 seconds off. So if you can do, 2 or 3 more of those, you're in field goal range. Still keeping those 2 timeouts. Ideally, you want to get out of bounds.
That's fine. Inbounds. Perfect.
Well, I don't know about you, TD. It looked like, wow, he got out of bounds on that. It looked like the angle route was wide open over the middle.
The angle route was so wide open. I saw the same thing. I don't know why he didn't throw it, but he's very fortunate to get out of bounds on that flat route, because if your team, Spoto, you're fine with giving that up if he would have stayed in bounds.
No, I don't. Let's go! No,
he missed the tackle! Samuel to the 41! This isn't full MUT, so I don't know what the range is on these kickers.
Yeah, I was going to say he still needs a couple yards here, maybe 3 to 4 yards to get this field goal in field goal range. Does he go to the ground game potentially here, or is he going to stay to the air?
He's got the corner route. Andrews, 3 seconds, long tackle animation, but 1 tick remains on the clock.
16 years old, and this kid comes up clutch with 27 seconds to potentially win it on a game-winning field goal. Unreal.
Man, let's go, baby. Now it's time
We get to go to a rubber match. 2 clutch drives to end the game. And the second youngest player and the captain in the Madden Bowl, Dusty, seals a Game 2 victory. Why don't we do this all again in Game 3?
What a game, Dusty, the 16-year-old. This kid said, I'm ready. I wanted this game too. He put himself into the battle, and he comes up clutch to force a Game 3.
He don't want to see no Game 3.
19-17, and now it is on to Team Spoto. They get to pick the player in the game mode for Game 3. Let's listen in.
That's so bad, bro. We're playing SC and D-Croft is playing. Yes.
There you have it.
Wow, how about the choice from Team Spoto?
This is the game.
Salary cap, not full MUT. They pick salary cap, a mode that has not been played in the MCS this year. We expect Team Dusty to go to Noah to play in salary cap, but let's listen in, see if that's the official decision.
Yeah, I know who
Dusty. Again, my bad.
Hey, the King's getting prepared, man. The King.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I do that? Yeah, it's 2 HDMIs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Is my camera on the live stream? By the way?
Is the selection. So we will have a salary cap battle between Noah and D. Croft. A fight for the semifinals. Woo! What a battle we should have in Game 3. When we come back, we'll break down all the action from a very exciting Game 2 Inside Mutt Draft and look forward to Game number 3. I can't wait to see how this quarterfinal matchup ends.
You're watching the Madden Bowl Draft Edition. Stay with us.
Davis over on 3rd and 14.
The miracle is complete. John Beast has done it.
What we are witnessing right now is something special. 32-0 versus some of the best Madden players in the world.
Team Dockery, they are your yard champions. A mistake from Fancy. We thought it was over. We got overtime. Randy Moss walking off. Yo, Fancy. Touchdown. And Wesley, it's on to the final lane. A clutch money drive. And Jay Wall just sealed himself the belt.
We have a new Madden champion.
It came down to the final play here in this MUT draft mode between Dusty and Spoto user. We knew this night was going to be so entertaining, didn't we? Never say never, especially for 16-year-old Dusty. What a performance from him to keep his team alive in this series.
Absolutely. Great strategy, putting it all on his back. Being the captain says, hey, if we're in this situation, I'm going to put the team on my back. Then I'm going to get us to game 3. And my #1 draft pick, the first rounder, is going to come out here and do the job. And Spoto has to like his options right now. At the end of the day, listen, you have the #1 draft pick in the Madden Bowl up right now for your tournament life. This is why you paid him all that money. He has to come through. Both of these guys, mano-a-mano, one-on-one, you get to see who's the better person, who made the best draft pick in the first round. I can't wait to see it, Katie.
Pressure is certainly on for both teams in this final game of the series. Whoever wins it, of course, advances to the semifinals. And user, let's talk about this next game. Spoto choosing salary cap mode. He's putting Decroft out there, going up against Noah up next. What do you think about this decision, and what are you expecting here in game 3?
I think, salary cap mode, Noah probably picked that Decroft probably picked that saying, hey, maybe this will hinder Noah's team just a little bit. Maybe he won't have the full power, high-powered team that he would in MUT. Other than that, I see that's the only strategy for Decroft picking this, because full MUT and salary cap is very similar. You're just not going to have the full arsenal.
Yeah, looking forward to it. The final game of the night, but for right now, we're still looking at these highlights, user. It never gets old seeing what Dusty was able to do. What kind of future do you see out of this 16-year-old competitor?
I'm too clutch. This guy, you heard him right there saying he's too clutch. I said it when I saw him the first time when he beat Clef the Guy. It's not a simple task to beat Clef the Guy 12-0, and he done it once again right here with 27 seconds left, going down the field, making sure he got himself in field goal range, making big play after big play, getting out of bounds, and lining up to kick the field goal to win the game by 2 points. That's a clutch drive by a young man.
Yeah, it was incredible, and let's hope we have an incredible ending, and I know we will. No matter what, it's going to be exciting. Nick Mazesco and Tyler Davis have the call next.
Katie, thank you so much. We get ourselves a game 3. It will be Decroft taking on Noah for the win for all the marbles. There is no more games to be played, and we're going to be playing it in salary cap mode. Certainly very interesting choice by Team Spoto going to SC. Nick Mazesco alongside the best bun in broadcasting, Tyler Davis. TD, how about the call to go to salary cap? I did not expect in our first game here in the Madden Bowl in this new format that we would play 3 games and not see MUT Unlimited, the mode that's been played all year long. We're not seeing it here in this first matchup.
Yeah, well, I think I speak for everyone first when I say this 3v3 format is awesome. This is exciting. We're going to have a game 3, and what better way to bring out the big dogs? Both first-round picks here in the deciding game, Noah and Decroft. And like you said, I'm a little surprised to see salary cap. We haven't seen it much. I thought these guys would definitely go full MUT, but Decroft maybe trying to catch Noah a little bit off guard. They're going to go salary cap, but man, this is a prime-time matchup.
Yeah, well, if you're just tuning in, you're wondering how we got to this point. Here's our format this year in the Madden Bowl Draft Edition. Each series is best of 3. We had game 1 on 3-versus-3 MUT squads. That was taken by Team Spoto. Team Dusty got to pick the game mode for game 2 because they lost that first matchup. They selected draft champs, and Dusty was able to take down Spoto in game 2 because Team Spoto lost that second game. They got to pick for game 3, but they had to pick a different game mode and a different player than game 2, and that is how we get this marquee matchup between Noah and Decroft on salary cap. If for some reason you don't know who these players are, these are 2 of the best bright young stars in the game of Madden. Noah, of course, a Madden belt winner. Decroft, of course, has been so close to getting a belt. Daniel Mycroft, 20 years old from Mukilteo, Washington, the Madden Bowl runner-up in Madden 20. 4 EA Major event appearances in his young career. TD, Decroft is somebody who is just on the precipice of getting that belt.
Yeah, still only 20 years old, already 66,000 in winnings. came up in second place in the bowl last year. You got to think he's been prepared. For them to pick salary cap, you know D-Crop's been in the lab getting those rep games in for all these modes, but now especially salary cap because this is the game-deciding factor here. All the pressure's on him, but we know D-Crop, he doesn't usually burst under pressure.
Let's kick things off here in this ultimate game, the final game. Who will take game 3, the rubber match? It is D-Croft and Noah inside Pizza Hut Stadium, the site of all Madden Championship Series games. If you don't know who Noah is, 18 years old Noah Johnson from Ellicott City, Maryland. He won the Madden Challenge in Madden 20, his first event, his first belt win, and let's be clear, TD, he has proved over and over, he's no fluke, he's been solid since then.
Yeah, he stormed onto the scene last year, and he's really made a name for himself, had another great Madden 21 season. And this is a young man who relies on his stick work by running the ball and his adjustments on defense. So, you know, he's going to be very well prepared, and you're going to see a lot of passion and fire out of Noah.
The defending Patriots Club champion, the battle in that Madden Club Championship. Salary cap, TD. First time we're going to see salary cap in the MCS this year. This is a mode that everyone's used to seeing these last couple of years. It was the mode that we saw most, but this year the switch to MUT Unlimited, salary cap hasn't been seen.
And I love salary cap. There's so much strategy that goes into it. You need some of those budget players that can fill your roster, but also have value. In years past, you know, you've seen guys like Troy Apke, all these types of budget linebackers, defensive ends. I know when I made my club championship run a couple years ago, I had Willie Clark Jr. on the defensive line. He was only about 10 cap, but he was 6'5". He made a crazy user pick. So these budget guys, you really need to build your roster. It's a lot of fun.
Hand off to Archer, and he's got room. He's got room.
Adios, amigo. Adios, amigo.
One stop.
Bye-bye.
How is he going to stop the power?
Come on.
He can't do it. He's been lapping for weeks and he can't do it.
Come on, man. Give me one stop.
Let's go, Noah.
Adios, amigo. What more can you say?
Come on,
3 Archer houses the first carry.
Wake up, boys. Wake up, boys. It's time to play.
Fireworks, first play of the game. I'm fired up. Noah's fired up. 3 Archer to the crib. The stick work right up Noah's alley, and you see the fire coming out already.
Time to play.
7-0 to kick things off. 1 play, 1 run. This is what Noah is so good at. It's why he's one of the best runners in the game.
Power O to the left side. You see that change of direction with Dre Archer. Just too good. Gives him a little swerve, and he's off to the Baja.
No surprise to see Noah bringing the fire, but how about K-Mac bringing a little fire?
Yeah, you know K-Mac rooting for his TGL guy. He's fired up. These guys want to get to the semifinals so bad.
And now we look for the answer from D-Croft. Now, let's explain this, TD, as we talk about the difference between MUT Unlimited and salary cap. We're on salary cap mode, which means each team only has a set cap of each item has a cap number, so they can only spend so much on their team, which means you're talking about those budget players. They're these players that are going to be lower overall on the squads that are crucial to winning these games.
Yeah, exactly. So with D-Croft being a heavy passer like he is, you're going to see him really spend up on his quarterback, his receivers, potentially his tackles on the offensive line, but I would suspect his guards, his center, maybe even his running back to be a little bit more low budget because you really want to spend up on where you need it. So look for those receivers and quarterback to really be the spots that he uses that cap.
What? There's literally something wrong with my depth chart. Can you just have him pause? I will quit the game. I will just quit the game.
This is when we pounce, Noah. Foot on the neck, baby.
Yeah,
dagger
no, I know,
early.
bro.
The
I know,
dagger
the
is
king.
early.
Hey, out and in, right?
Yep.
And tell him he accepted. Oh my
no,
goodness.
No,
These are
no,
the
we can't do out
scummiest
and in.
people I've ever
In and over
seen.
top.
That's what I meant. Over top in. My bad.
Yeah.
Seems like D-Croft a little upset. His depth chart is not set up correctly, is what the case seems to be. So he wants he wants Noah to pause the game so they can sort this out. But
exactly what we thought he would run.
Oh my
The
goodness.
game's about it's gonna disconnect.
No.
No, we don't want to let him do the depth chart.
I can't do anything.
He already paused.
I'm gonna keep on accepting them too.
That's.
Oh my goodness.
Well, why didn't he do it then?
Huh.
I literally don't even know what to say to that.
So they got kicked from the game, TD. This is a system inside of Madden. If you take 3 consecutive delay of game penalties, it automatically kicks you from the game. So D-Croft, because his depth chart was not set up correctly, he took the 3 delay of games, gets kicked, and now they're going to have to set the game back up.
Yeah, and I believe D-Croft already used his pause earlier, so he couldn't pause again. And Noah wasn't gonna pause the game for him and wasn't gonna allow it. So now, and D-Croft need to fix his depth chart. So it looks like we're gonna go ahead and reset this game up here, so everything's sorted out.
Ty, I'm curious. You're somebody who's played it in this game for a long time. You're one of the veteran players inside the game. What's the protocol here? Is this something that, you know, if you're Noah, are you on the right by sitting there and saying, listen, you used your 1 pause, you had a chance to fix your depth chart, I'm not going to sit there and let you do it again? Or is this something that we should have been seeing a different decorum where he pauses for him? I mean, this is a big money game here in the Madden Bowl.
Yeah, you know, it's tough because there's always 2 sides to it, right? You know, if you really, really want to be that way, you can say, I'm not going to pause the game, I'm not going to accept that. If you know, I feel like at this point, just pause the game or just let D-Croft set up his depth chart. You've already scored. It's the beginning of the game. It doesn't make a huge difference. I can see the side of Noah and K-Mac where, you know, they're not going to allow that, but I think at this point in the game, just let D-Croft fix his depth chart, let him pause the game.
Let's bring in another veteran, someone who probably has some insight on this. Let's bring in one great user who I'm sure has some thoughts on this entire situation. User, a unique moment. One of the big changes here in Madden 21 was limiting to 1 pause per half, and we're seeing that come into play here in the Madden Bowl.
Absolutely. Listen, I agree with both guys' take on this. You know, D-Croft saying, hey, I'm going to quit this game if he doesn't pause. It's $150,000 up in the belt on the line. There's no way we doing anything except being comfortable and having every adjustment ready before we play the game. And then I understand Noah's in. Noah's like, look, he's already paused the game. You can say whatever you want to say. If he gets kicked for grieving, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I understand both guys because it's a lot of money up on the line, and these guys want to make sure they're prepared. And Noah says, hey, I got an advantage here. He's already paused. He's not going to get another advantage to pause and make any more adjustments. He needs to play through it. D-Croft saying, hey, man, forget all that. It is what it is. Do what you going to do to me. And I agree with that approach. That's the same approach I take with my wife. Look, I'm going out, honey. Do what you going to do to me.
Yeah, and user, I'm interested because, listen, we're in salary cap. These guys knew the modes. They knew the lineups they were going to have coming into this game. So I know Twitter's probably going to be going crazy. I know the chat's probably going crazy about what is the right thing to do here. But at the end of the day, they did use their pause. They had a time to set up the game. I'm curious what that depth chart situation is. But user, we've all been in that situation where our lineups aren't right, and at the end of the day, you just got to play the game.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, and that's a tough situation. You have to learn to adapt, and especially when you're trying to set up your depth chart, do sub position, getting linebackers at certain spots. And salary cap, you got to remember salary cap. The reason why it's so important, and salary cap mode, T, you know all about this. They're trying to do something funky and get safeties at linebackers and all that type of stuff. So you can't really make those manual adjustments, manual subs during the game, because if you actually touch one of them, your whole defensive formation might be thrown off for the whole game. So therefore, D-Croft's like, hey, I got to see the depth chart. I got to make sure I have my guys in the right position. And Noah, being a savvy vet, understands that belt winner like, hey, you don't get that opportunity, bro. You got a linebacker out there, linebacker, you're going to pay for it the rest of the game.
Well, certainly interesting drama to kick off Game 3, the rubber match, but there's no drama in the chat because we got a pretty awesome giveaway going on at the end of the game. Guys, make sure you're active in the chat because we have our dump truck. That's right. We already gave away a DeMarcus Ware. We already gave away a Donovan McNabb, and we already gave away a LaDainian Tomlinson. But at the end of the day, you can win all 3. That's coming up at the end of the game, so make sure you stick around for that. Make sure you're active in the chat because I know everybody would be lucky to get these 3 99 overall Ultimate Legends on their team. Speaking of legends, legends are made. They all start in one place. It's the NFL Draft. And when you turn on Regs mode in Madden 22, which team will you be choosing to play with Trevor Lawrence or Kyle Pitts? How about Trey Lance? Tune in to find out this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN for round 1 coverage of the 2021 NFL Draft. User, I know you got your Panthers. They got a very interesting choice. They're looking to help out Christian McCaffrey in that offense. Do they go defense? Where are you hoping Carolina goes?
I hope we get Pitts. I don't think he's going to drop the number 8, but some magical mystery.
No, he's not going to.
I'm hoping.
No,
he's not
I'm just hoping. I mean, you know, it's a tight end. It's still hope that people hold on to the old regime, like we don't draft tight ends that high. That's what I'm hoping, and he drops the number 8.
User, I hope the Browns take Kyle Pitts at 28. Like, I hope he falls all the way, but we need to be realists here. We need to be realists. The NFL Draft, the most exciting night. What we might possibly see 5 quarterbacks go in the top 10, 4 in the top 4. TD, and this is some of the most talented quarterback draft classes we have ever seen in the NFL Draft.
Yeah, without a doubt. And look, you got a generational talent like Trevor Lawrence, who obviously is going to go number 1. You got Justin Fields, who's an incredible athlete. Then you got those guys like Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, who they could be first, could be second round. But like you said, we could see maybe even 6 quarterbacks go in the first round into the second round. So this quarterback class is just stacked.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Speaking of fun to watch, we got a Game 3 to get to. We're going to get that one set up, but when we come back, the rubber match between Team Spoto and Team Dusty. Noah able to go up 7-0 on the first play. Will he be able to capitalize on the early lead? We will find out after this short break. Davis over on third and 14.
The miracle is complete. John Beast has done it.
What we are witnessing right now is something special. 32-0 versus some of the best Madden players in the world.
Team Dockery, they are your yard champions. A mistake from Fancy. We thought it was over. We got overtime. Randy Moss walking off. Yo, Fancy.
Why do I have to
touchdown. And Wesley is on to the final lead. A clutch money drive. And Jay Wall just sealed himself the belt.
We have a new Madden champion.
It's kind of a surreal feeling.
Oh, it's going to be all types of emotion.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of emotions really going on. I think, excitement will be one of them.
One of those things that, you dream about for as long as, you've been playing football, even knowing anything about football.
I guess I guess you could say it's stress for me right now, where I'll be picked at. What team are we going to, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's been a lifelong dream of mine to always play in the NFL.
It's always just sitting here and just look at all the mocks and stuff like that, and just like some days you're at this team, some days you're at that team, all type of stuff.
And I don't know how I would act. I don't know how my parents would act, but I know it's going to be an exciting and, wonderful feeling.
So, really excitement, but just really ready to go, start playing for the team.
Especially, not having things like the combine this year. I think it'll kind of have a little bit added meaning to finally get to do one of those things that you've been dreaming about for as long as you've been running.
This year's Madden Bowl is the first MCS event to cross over multiple game modes in a single competition. Each day, 2 teams made up of 3 Madden pros will clash in a best-of-3 series format. The first team with 2 victories advances to the semifinals on May 2nd and 3rd and boosts their earnings to $30,000. Game 1 will be played in 3 vs 3 MUT squads. The first time in MCS history that the online team play mode will be integrated.
Madness continues!
But the fun doesn't stop there. For Game 2, each team will choose 1 member to represent the squad. To keep things fair, the losing team from Game 1 selects the game mode being played next, so no excuses in a sweep. If a Game 3 is necessary, the same rules apply as Game 2. However, the losing team can't choose a game mode that's already been played. And a new player must be selected to represent the squad. This is sudden death. Choose wisely. 2 teams will advance to the live final on Tuesday, May 4th, and compete for the bulk of the $330,000 prize pool, and not 1, not 2, but 3 MCS belts.
Touchdown for 84!
This is the Madden Bowl 21 Draft Edition.
What a catch! Go! Come on! Let's go! Drama to kick things off, a technical timeout as we get this game reset. Noah took the first run to the house, and then everything fell apart. But we're getting it set back up. It's the rubber match here in the quarterfinals of the Madden 21 Bowl Draft Edition. If you're just tuning in, this is how we got to this point. The new format here in the Madden Bowl. Each series is a best-of-3 battle. Game 1 was played on 3 versus 3 squads. That was won by Team Spoto. Team Dusty, because they lost that first game, got to pick the game mode for Game 2. They selected Mud Draft, and in that, Dusty was able to take down Spoto. So Game 3 went to the choice of Team Spoto. They selected Salary Cap and Decroft. They were required to pick a different game mode and player than Game 2, so that's how we have our battle between Decroft and Noah for some of the marbles. Just to get to the semifinals. As at Fard6335 on Twitter says the Madden Gods did not deprive us of Decroft versus Noah. Let's go. Okay, listen, the Madden Gods didn't deprive us. They might have forced a rain delay, though. Like, this is like WrestleMania back with fans. There was a rain delay to start things off. But listen, we'll get there. We'll get there. We appreciate your patience. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us as we wait for this technical timeout to finish. And we're going to go 3 wide. Nick Vizesco, the best bun in broadcasting, Tyler Davis, and the man with a lack of trophies because he gave them to J-Wall. It's one great user. Was that uncalled for? Are you getting those back? Can I ask that? Are you getting them back? Like,
yes, I'm
soon?
getting them back. And you know the funny thing was, I talked to Level Next. I'm like, yo, this is supposed to be a week. It's going on a month now. Like what's going on? Do I really have to make a visit to J-Wall to get my trophies back?
Hey, listen, we'll back you up, man. If we got to go up to Massachusetts, well, I mean, Ty's got a short drive. I got a longer flight, but we got you, man. Team Spoto, Team Dusty facing off. It is Noah and Decroft here in Game 3. TD, if people are just joining in, depth chart issue for Decroft. He had already used his pause after the kickoff, already gotten a delay of game, so he just ended up taking the delay of games and getting kicked from the game. They're going to have to reset it up. TD, certainly controversial. You look on Twitter, everyone has a different opinion of how this should have been handled.
Yeah, so my argument was, look, either way, Decroft's going to be able to set up his depth chart. Whether he, quits the game, he does the excessive thing. But then I saw our guy Boogs' tweet, and I really do agree with it. Boogs thinks that this was a power move by Noah to get in Decroft's head. He stood strong. He didn't pause the game. He took the penalty. So now it frustrates Decroft early here, and Decroft can get frustrated. Noah had that big touchdown early, so I do see Boogs' point, and I think that's a great point. But at the end of the day, Decroft is going to be able to set up the depth chart the way he wants. And if anything, Noah just kind of prolonged it, but he maybe did get in his head.
Yeah, user, and I'm curious what you think is going on during this technical timeout, because normally, in a normal Madden tournament, it's just one-on-one. You're sort of sitting there, but you've got your coaches there. You've got your team. What sort of discussion is happening behind the scenes?
I mean, this is where we have to lean into the seasoned veteran of Justin Chow, being an administrator and exceptions. These guys, they're known with dealing with tough situations, and usually they're dealing with just 2-man players. This time they're dealing with 6-man players. So I would love to be a fly on the Discord to hear all the stuff that is going on right now. And like Boog says, hey, man, this could be a power move to try to get Decroft off his rocker. You have these guys, they're chiming in, hey, don't let them get away with this, because everybody has something up on the line. So you might smooth it over with Decroft, but then guess what? Now you got to hear Spoto in the back. You got to hear Tenacious saying, hey, I feel like I got robbed and cheated. And this is one of the things that I just wanted to see. The turmoil, the destruction, everyone falling apart.
You really are Thanos at that point. TD, do you think either player benefits from this pause, this break, this psychological warfare, or are we sort of all square with Noah with that 7-0 lead?
No, I'm going to lean towards Noah's direction. Look, it frustrated Decroft. You clearly saw it. He didn't want to back out of the game, but he did. And Decroft, being the offensive player that he is, he's already down 7-0. You know he wants to get on offense quickly and badly. He's probably anticipating it. He wants to be able to tie this game up. So you got to think it's eating away at Decroft a little bit. So I would definitely give the advantage to Noah in this situation.
User, are you feeling bad about switching your pick yet? Are you feeling bad about leaving me alone on the Team Dusty Island?
Nah, not just yet, man. You know, sometimes you have to walk the hard path alone. You feel me, Nick? And you with that flannel on right now, you can do it.
All right, listen, I'm just happy to get the mush off my side. That's what I'm happy is. No life jackets over here, not needed. We're still in good shape as this game getting set back up. We're about ready to get back to action. By the way, Ty, how good does it feel if you're a Madden player to start off the game with a touchdown on the very first play? That's got to get the juices flowing, especially for an emotional player like Noah.
Yeah, exactly. You saw how fired up he was. And then the other thing for Noah, too, is he's not an offensive player. He's a defensive player. He wants to be on defense. So the fact that he was able to get an easy touchdown in one play, and now he gets to be on defense where he's comfortable, where he can adjust, where he can send heat, coverage, mix it up. So Noah's feeling great right now. His confidence is definitely through the roof.
Now, the best part about this is they are recreating the game. So Noah doesn't lose his lead. They're going to get back to the exact right time, which, as anybody who has played Madden before, it's annoying to reset a game. Luckily, it happened in the first quarter, but it's annoying to reset a game. But they should get the depth charts figured out. So, user, it should be all kosher to go forward, and we shouldn't have any more controversies. Please, knocking on wood.
Absolutely, you know, and I was excited to see K-Mac. He was so excited, you know, when Noah broke the big run to get the touchdown. Reminded me, you know, when I was in college and I used to get a grade A just for participating, knowing that I did absolute nothing but showed up to the library and like, I agree. I agree. Yeah, if you want to do that, we can do that. And K-Mac, he's doing a great job supporting, hoping that Noah gets the job done and he can continue to get this bag.
You were the worst. You were that guy who tagged along on Group Run. I was the one doing all the work, and you were the one taking the credit for it and taking that A.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I can't handle this. I'm having flashbacks to college. Oh, man. Well, I work harder, not smarter. I don't know. Big shout out to user. Appreciate you helping us fill this time. I'm sure we'll hear from you throughout the game, but we're ready to get back into this battle. We're just a mere 20 seconds in. It's 7-0. Noah on top. Decroft with the ball. Ty, don't tell me you were that guy too. Please tell me you were doing the work on the projects.
Definitely was not that guy. I was tagging along, letting everyone else do the work, just trying to get by, you know? Especially in high school. Once I got to college, you know, I took a little more initiative, but, you know, those early days, I wasn't doing anything.
KOs, so he's probably going to be in man.
What's up? What's up?
He has deep route KOs, I'm pretty sure, so it's probably going to be in man.
It's getting super laggy, Norm.
What is he pausing for?
Yeah, it was lagging like crazy.
Just resume.
I mean, why not? Ty, why not? Game 3, why not?
Might as well have a second rain delay, right? You see Decroft seems really frustrated right now with what's going on. And then Noah's complaining about the lag right now, so looks like they're going to try to square this away.
I don't know why
get it back to normal.
More pauses for this.
Well, and this is one of those dangers inside Madden. We all know about it, that east-west lag. I don't know who's host in this one, but it's certainly something that comes up when you're playing. Sending those beams of the game across the coast. But I think it seems like it's settled down, at least for the moment. 2nd and 3 for Decroft.
Maybe we start calling these the lag rain delays.
Pick! Ah!
Let's go! Oh my God, bro!
Oh, bro, you throwing me one,
I don't know. Am I playing the game or not?
Let me catch it, clean.
There's no more pauses. He can't give time.
I can't. I'm just playing the game.
This should be sport. I'm fine. We're good. Let's get stopped right here, Noah. Come on. That's not the first one. That's the first pass. It won't be the last time he does that.
Oh my God! I need 23 to jump, bro.
First down picked up. You can already see Decroft, who's usually He gets those big emotional moments when he makes big plays. He certainly is an up and down player, but he usually doesn't get frustrated very easily. You can hear the frustration in his voice.
Oh yeah, you can sense it. Decroft is usually a calm player until those big moments happen. Then he gets loud. But you see Decroft, he's operating in this U-trips formation out of the New England Patriots playbook. That's been a staple of his offense for the last couple years. And Noah with some great coverage defense right there.
Yeah, just know if it's the fork, you see the play action, and you know it's the S-post over the middle.
K-Mac, that offensive coordinator personality. Big play underneath to pry that one free.
Come on, baby. We're all over this.
It's going to be a third down. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to watch salary cap, TD, because we're used to seeing all 99s across the field, but there are going to be some positions where you're seeing those budget players come into play.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, you can tell that Decroft paid up at receiver, but Noah paid up at secondary. You see those X factors lit up there on the defensive backs. Noah with straight man coverage across the board right there, and it was a bag.
Rolling left on third down, in trouble. Throw this one away. Noah lock it down on defense. He certainly has the momentum.
Go get set.
Yeah, he's got everything locked up. Noah's starting to get fired up. That man coverage is really tough. Decroft had nothing open.
End the game.
Punting it bounds too. Hofrichter ain't punting it more than 20 yards. It's going right to Dree.
Oh, it's here. Oh, never mind, God. Oh, my goodness, dude. That's a crazy.
Is this a punt dot? Is this a punt dot? Inside the one. Oh, the punt, the most important play of the game. And Decroft absolutely pins Noah inside the 1 yard line.
One of the best punt lasers you will see. Decroft been in the lab for his punting. And I got to say, K-Mac is like the ultimate hype man right now. This is a guy you definitely want in your corner.
He is the Lil Jon of this group.
Click on safety. Mine. Oh, my
wow.
God.
That was risky.
You could run ISO versus this. ISO.
I can't believe that Noah called that. He called a play action on his own 1 yard line, trying to catch Decroft being aggressive, and that almost cost him 2 points. Really scary.
All right, he'll get a little bit of breathing room.
That gives you some
a yard of breathing room. 3rd and 9.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Noah goes back to the ground here. Just try to, get a couple yards and punt this cleanly. But you heard Decroft just say, I'm blitzing him here, but Noah audibles down. Maybe we see another play action, but that'd be risky. I'd expect him to go to the ground again.
I form. Looks like he's got that Dree Archer at the top of the eye. Archer not the biggest back, certainly a shifty one, and a very conservative play call there from Noah. Credit to Decroft for that punt, forcing Noah to play sort of out of his comfort zone, pinned in his own end zone.
And that's why all three phases are important. Decroft struggled on offense, but had a tremendous punt, forcing Noah to be backed up, and now he's going to get the ball back with most likely some good field position.
Because I'm going to guess, I could be wrong, but I'm going to guess they're not paying 30 cap for punters.
Oh, definitely not. So you see it there. Decroft basically almost in field goal range already because you know Noah did not have a good punter with this salary cap mode.
I think this might be the power.
Good shit. You can't run that.
Very curious in this salary cap lineup what version of Derrick Henry Decroft is running. Because you'd think that'd be a position he probably didn't spend a ton of cap on.
Exactly, great point. I would be surprised if it was powered all the way up. And you hear there the teamwork from Team Dusty. K-Mac calling out that it was going to be the trap or the power, and it was. So good teamwork as Decroft fires back here with a dig route for a nice dot.
Right there. Watch for the run here. He could audible down too. Do we know what we're doing if he audibles down?
Yeah. Interesting to see Team Dusty certainly more vocal of the two teams.
That's up to you.
Yeah, and I think that goes to show the trust that Spoto and Tenacious have in Decroft. You know, Decroft is probably the best player out of those three, so they have ultimate trust in him. On the other side, the teamwork has been tremendous.
How about our guy, the Madden Club champion, J-Wall said, I'm watching the Madden Bowl. There's no way Decroft has more stick than me. Need my rating fixed ASAP. Big shout out to J-Wall watching. Remember, use that hashtag Madden Bowl. So you can see your tweet on the air as gives it to the tight end, playing fullback. Chris Cooling picks up the first down.
I know I'm running.
And I'm looking forward to see that
left end.
that J-Wall team later this week. You know, him, Fancy, and Dat Boy. That's a really good team
right
as
him.
well.
I don't think he's going to know how to shoot this one. Yep, he doesn't know how to shoot that one.
Team J-Wall, Team Prodigy, that'll be tomorrow night. Same place, same time. Make sure you come on back, 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. They will face the winners of this battle. Winner of this battle will face the winners of that matchup tomorrow, so it should be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss it.
Dad, come on, bro.
Harvard trouble.
The Bosa Bros.
The Bosa Bros. Let's go, baby.
I don't want to lose field goal range. Come on.
Bosa Bros.
I get ball at half court. I don't really see how he's going to move it.
They don't know about our Bosa Bros glitch, man. The whole world sees it now.
He's just in space.
You hear K-Mac and Noah talking about the Bosa Bros. Nick and Joey Bosa coming through for a nice sack.
Go for it. Come on, go for it.
Tackle.
I mean, as an Ohio State fan, I'm very familiar with the Bosa Bros.
Taking his three.
See a little frustration from D. Croft.
You can do shorter.
I just give up.
You can do like 15 if he goes forward right here instead of 20.
Nah, I got something for that. Okay. All right, that was just a bad pump by me.
Oh, you're good. You're fine. It was a good pump by him. He had a good
we're
pump.
gonna take this to half too. Go up 14-3.
Yep, exactly.
I don't think you can stop, bro. I don't think you can stop that one, bro.
Kicks up.
He already got out of the
It's
defense.
7-3.
To be in the whole time. Yep.
Yeah, he did.
One play and he was out of it.
Get 7. Yeah, we gotta get 7, bro. Get 7. We're doing good.
Yeah, Nick, it's crazy to see the difference in the communication from both teams. Like you said, Spoto and Tenacious haven't said much of anything at all. Tenacious, I don't think has said a word. Then the complete opposite over here. We got the ultimate hype man in K-Mac, and then Dusty now starting to chime in as well.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't want to say what's in people's heads, but watching Spoto, watching his facial expressions as he goes through it, it still seems like he's replaying that last game and feeling like trying to run through what he could have done differently instead of focusing on this game. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing.
No, I think that's a great point. I believe Spoto's even tweeting about his last game too, so you know he's still thinking about that because he knows if he would have won that, you know, they wouldn't even be playing this game right now. So Spoto probably has that on his mind, but he needs to get that out. He needs to help his teammate here, D. Croft, if they want to advance.
Okay. Try D in the guy.
Second and long. He'll go back to the ground game. Look at Dree Archer fight for yards. He'll get 7.
Whatever you just did, he did not like. You had all the numbers in the world on that side.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Noah goes right back to that. 3rd and 7, whole playbook's open. He likes to pass out of trips, but he likes to, if he does pass, it's either out of trips or go down to strong close. Looks like he's going to stay in the trips.
Smith back to pass. 3rd and 7. He's got a man open. It's George Kittle.
Oh, yeah.
Kittle to the crib. Touchdown for Noah.
George Kittle. Let's walk in the end zone. Let's go, Noah.
One stop, man.
Let's go,
One
baby.
stop.
I got 7.
One stop.
He won't move the ball.
End it, Noah. End it.
They say he's only a runner, but he has dots too. A streak to the tight end right down the seam, and he makes it a 2-possession game. What a performance so far by Noah.
Come on, go put him in the grave. Yeah, he don't want to take one out, bro. He gonna run it on 1st down because he's not in the half. Mr. Robot, blah, blah, blah.
Big beam to George Kittle. The 49er in those 49er unis. Houses the seam route. Let's bring in the 3rd member of our crew. One great user. User, this Noah kid, he's not just a runner. He's got some lasers.
Absolutely, as you see Team Dusty going crazy. And what I'm really paying attention, guys, is Tenacious. He's sitting over there, hands in his mouth, and I'm wondering if he's saying, you know, I feel like I could have did a better job here. Does he speak up and say something? Or, you know, just sit back and say, well, can I help him out? Because sometimes when you have a player like D. Croft, oh, this is a bomb.
He overthrew him.
Did we shade over top right there?
Oh, you see D. Croft and them and Spoto and Tenacious. Tenacious puts his head even deeper into his hands like, come on, we need those big plays. But, you know, I was speaking to my boys and they was talking about, you know, when you have such players like D. Croft or Alpha, you know, the reason why I'm thinking their team is not really talking to D. Croft is because Croft is like, look, I don't need you guys to tell me anything. I got this. I'm a better
man,
player.
12. End it, no. End it, man. Come on, end it.
2 for 8.
Oh, he's
It's getting
punting.
dark
He's punting,
early.
bro. He's punting.
As you see Spoto and Tenacious, I'm wondering if they're going to step up right now and try to get D. Croft out of this slump. See if they'll try to start coaching. But it's tough when you have such an alpha like D. Croft, the guy that has been there, has been to the championship. Can you actually talk him out of this situation?
Scary sight. And he's out of bounds. I got no stick.
Oh, you're good?
Great insight from our man user, TD. I mean,
It just means more time with the clock.
we said that with this new draft format, 3 versus 3, team chemistry was going to be so important, and we're seeing after that first Mud Squads game, Team Dusty seems to have come together as a team, and they are communicating a ton.
Yeah, no, a complete difference. Just look at the body language on Tenacious and Spoto. They look defeated already, and we're only in the second quarter. And then on the flip side, we have to credit Dusty. I mean, he came up clutch in that victory, but the team that he drafted, I mean, he drafted the ultimate teammate here in K-Mac. K-Mac obviously hasn't done much as far as the game goes, but just his positivity, the way he's communicating has helped a ton. And then you draft a dog like Noah, who I had first on my board. This is a guy that's built for these big games. He has a belt, so you really got to give a lot of credit to Dusty here. He showed his performance last game, and he drafted just a phenomenal team.
Is when Mel Kiper says guys are great locker room presence. That's what K-Mac is.
Yep.
Play action. He's looking for a bomb. It's well covered, though. He'll throw this one away.
He's not matched then. He's in cover 3 then.
And the thing, too, that K-Mac brings is he's so good at offense that he knows how to read every defense. He's called it out multiple times throughout these games. Right there, he said he thought it was match defense. It's not. So he, a lot of times, pre-snap, is calling out the coverages in order to help Noah, because we know Noah isn't one of the best passers. So him being able to lean on K-Mac is just supremely beneficial.
3rd and 11. Uh-oh, he's got a man open downfield. He's got a man open and a beam to Samuel. Devo down the field.
He might be a better passer than D-Croft.
Take it to
He
half.
might be a better passer than D-Croft.
Take it to half up 21-3.
The people don't want to
Take it to
talk
half
about it.
up
You might be the best passer out.
You at all.
How about K-Mac saying you might be a better passer than D-Croft? Now that's a cheerleader for you.
What a teammate this guy is. And D-Croft, he's really struggling on defense, though. I mean, he has no answer for Noah, whether it be the run or the pass.
I need to get a stop here. Go run. Let's go, Noah. Let's go.
Guys, don't forget, we are giving away that dump truck of all 3 items we gave away during the stream. That DeMarcus Lawrence ultimate, or that DeMarcus Ware ultimate legend, that Donovan McNabb ultimate legend, that LaDainian Tomlinson ultimate legend. You can win all 3 after the game, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're active in the chat.
Oh, he don't like the eye tight. He don't like the eye tight or the eye close power O with the flip tight end. The quick flip. Ooh, he won't like that. Not one bit.
What'd you say? Which one?
You have your timeouts. You have your timeouts.
Yeah.
I close. If you go to eye close, power O, you can flip the running back and forth so fast, faster than you can.
Yeah, the tight end.
Yeah.
And you know, Nick, the thing about Noah too, he's kind of like those. He's like those bruiser running backs in the NFL, right? As the game goes on, he finds runs. He adjusts throughout the game, finds runs the defense can't stop. So as the game goes on, gets to the second half, Noah's going to really figure out your defense, and he's going to find a run for you.
Oh my Lord!
That's a little bit unlucky.
I'm up with 2. Make sure I'm conservative here.
Yeah, I am.
I'm just saying, if we ever do this format again, and if y'all want a 3rd person on your team who will be a great cheerleader, but will add nothing on the field, pick me. I'm in. TD, put me on your squad. I can be that cheerleader.
I know you can. You'd be the greatest. I'd definitely put you on my squad.
Let's go. That's so good.
Let's go.
Woo! Right down Broad Street.
All the time, bro. All the time.
And you see right there, D-Croft's user just completely fell.
Bring me
I
back
mean, D-Croft is just really struggling right now. And goes back to the beginning where we talked about, did Noah take him out mentally before this really even started with that whole technical timeout? Because D-Croft is just making some mistakes that he usually doesn't make right now.
No, yeah, call him out if you need to.
Yeah, he's not giving you.
The stretch
I mean,
there. We gotta go up
there is a counter. There is a counter in strong wing. I'm gonna be honest. There is a counter. There's a counter play.
I think you can shoot that though.
I mean,
Are we just gonna get crazy?
Are we gonna lab mid game?
We're labbing mid game.
I'm down if you're down, Noah.
We are crazy.
These guys are just having fun at this point, TD. These guys are just having
the
fun.
Worst thing anyone's ever seen. Oh,
yeah.
They're
so
labbing mid-game.
Yeah, you see K-Mac, he's telling him, try this counter out. So Noah's like, all right, we'll try it. They go to the counter. Dusty was saying, please don't do that. You can easily shoot it. So K-Mac trying to bring a little different something here to the fold, but it just didn't work out. As you see there, it gets blown up in the backfield.
And for those at home who don't know, labbing mid-game, it's just them practicing plays. It's trying to run their offense. It's something that's usually done outside of the game. It's all those hours of practice, and Noah and K-Mac are like, oh, let's try some stuff out now.
And I think that goes to show how comfortable they feel right now. Up 2 possessions. D-Croft used all timeouts, so they're just running the clock. And like you said, usually you do that type of labbing. You test out these different runs in your preparation leading up to this game. You never really do it, you know, in the middle of the game when the lights are on you, but they're so comfortable with where they are with this lead that they're able to try some things out.
This is good. Yep, this is good.
No timeouts left for D-Croft.
He's going to run power at me.
Our rubber match. Game 3 of the best of 3. Good defense from D-Croft. He'll maybe get it back with 15 seconds left.
He's getting out my way, though. He's getting out my way.
On that look, you could try like a little stop and go, and then just because you have the joystick, you can do a stop and go, and then just sweep all around that guy who's trying to steal the edge. He did that right there.
His trips is so basic. Every time he motions over, it's going to be counter and go. And if he doesn't, it's going to be. And if he doesn't, it's curl flat.
Just take your delay here.
A little bit more insight right there from K-Mac, but this is a great drive right here from Noah. He used all this clock. He's able to get points on the board.
Dusty did the same thing to me.
Alright, cool. Yeah. And then the only thing we have to watch out for here is the PA fork, the S post, and then 2, that outside release streak that he almost had that one time. And you can sky kick here and take some extra seconds as well.
Yeah, I'm a sky kick.
All right.
Kick is up. It is good. 17-3 tie.
We know how far this kicker. We actually don't know.
From the position of Team Spoto, as a competitive Madden player, is there anything more frustrating than knowing what your opponent is running and just not having an answer for it?
Yeah, there's not much more frustrating than that. You know D-Croft has been prepared for Noah. Remember, Team Spoto, D-Croft, this is the matchup they wanted. They called this out. They wanted salary cap. They wanted D-Croft. And right now, they just have no answer. They expected Noah to run the ball like this out of I form, and they have no answer for it, and they look defeated. They got to get their energy up. They got to help their guy out. They got to show some support.
Good half.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left in this game.
We get the one stop, we end it.
Because D-Croft does get the ball to start the second half.
One stop, we end it, dog.
You scored on every single drive besides that one when you were pinned.
Okay, I'm going to return this just so I can get the hash. I really can't
waste plays. We get the one stop, we end it. He's taking us out, too. He's taking us out. Kill him. 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 Ooh, that's got to be a fumble,
Let's
Clay.
go. Good hit.
That's got to be a fumble. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be real with you, Clay.
Ty, and you heard D-Croft say there, he said, I have to return this to get to a hash. I can't keep wasting plays. When he's talking about getting to the hash, what does that do for your offense? That maybe is something that players at home who are trying to get into the competitive game can take into their own Madden journey.
Yeah, so the whole thing with that is, especially when you run a trips offense, you want more spacing. You want more room to work with. You always want to line up your trips wide side of the field. That's why D-Croft always wants to be on a specific hash so he knows where to align his trips. You saw there the ball was placed on the left hash, allowing his trips to be more to the right side, allowing more room to be able to use the spacing, different route combos. So that's critical when you get into that next level of competitive Madden.
By the way, could Noah be thinking about revenge? D-Croft eliminated Noah from the Madden Bowl last year in the quarterfinals 10-3. Is that maybe on the mind of the 18-year-old from Ellicott City, Maryland? Noah up next. Quick throw to the flat. That's got to get things flowing for D-Croft. Maybe breaks the seal of this offense.
Yeah, that's something that D-Croft needs to go back to. Noah straight man-to-man across the board. With that Chris Cooley, he has that route tech ability, so you just put him on a little baby out route. He just torches the man coverage. So look for D-Croft to go to some sort of things like that underneath. Listen, you're not going to get the big play over the top easily versus Noah. You got to dink and dunk your way down the field, manufacture positive yardage if you want to get down towards the end zone.
Watch the fade to the left. Watch the fade. Watch the fade.
Debo Samuel on an out and up.
Please, just let me catch.
And he might have him. And he might have him on the double move. He does have him. A dot from Decroft to get down inside the 25-yard line.
Decroft starting to cook up. He goes that out and up route, uses motion to allow him to get a speed boost off the line. It was just man coverage. He torches the man coverage. That's the stuff that Decroft needs to do. He's starting to figure it out here. He went with the little out route to the tight end. Now he goes to the double move to the outside with the motion. I like what Decroft is doing here to start the second half.
I think the pressure ramps up if Decroft's able to score on this drive. For the curl route, he's got Hall.
Fine with that. Howard. That's
Diving catch to the 18-yard line.
Those curl routes with the low pass, just so good in Madden 21. No matter the coverage, you wait for that curl to just kind of sit down, throw it in there with a low pass, able to convert for a nice 5 yards.
Decroft to the ground game.
I really need something.
All right, that's fine, that's fine.
Derrick Henry with a first down.
You know it's the game. You know it's the game.
Yep.
He's gonna run. He's running. He's running. He's running. He didn't know how to stop this. This is good.
I almost have to run.
That's fine.
I got to bounce.
The closer he gets, the harder it is. The closer he gets, the harder it is. Just watch.
Yeah, K-Mac just took my point. You hear it there. The closer he gets, it's harder to score. When you get into this red zone, it's really difficult. We know Decroft doesn't really want to run the ball. He can go to that base and that power, but he really wants to pass. It gets tight down here. Look for maybe the halfback wheel. Look for the curl routes underneath, but it's extremely difficult to score once you get down here.
17-3. Noah with the lead over Decroft. 2nd and 6.
To the edge.
Good tackle, man.
To Henry.
Good tackle.
Go, big tackle right here, baby.
Come on,
Make sure we
this
got
is
our
the
right
biggest play.
down.
Hold
This
to
is the biggest
three.
play.
Hold to 3. Biggest play of the game.
Backside post, option route, playmaker.
K-Mac almost trying to call out the play before it happens. Scouting from Team Dusty.
Come on, go get him.
Everything
go get him.
is back.
Go get him.
Everything is back. Noah gets the sack.
Let's go. He's got to take 3. He can't even go for it now.
Yeah,
Two-score
this is
game.
huge, bro.
Two-score
This is
game.
huge.
And you have ball.
Yeah, that was huge. If you're Decroft, you really can't afford to take a field goal there. It doesn't move the needle much. It doesn't help you much. Noah is just really in complete control of this game.
Go end it, dog. Go end it,
Good defense, man. That's a huge stop.
17-6. Team Dusty still on top and getting the ball. Guys, don't forget, end of the game, we'll have that dump truck giveaway. DeMarcus Ware, Donovan McNabb, LaDainian Tomlinson. Those 99 overall Ultimate Legends were given away at the end of the game, so make sure you're active in the chat and you stick with us.
You got it, everything.
I'm gonna go.
Also, hey, don't forget, there's something coming up this Thursday. You turn on Regs mode in Madden 22. Which team will you be choosing to play with? You're going to choose a team with Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Pitts, Trey Lance, any of these great players. Round 1 coverage this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. The 2021 NFL Draft live from Cleveland.
It's exactly what I thought. He cannot run. He's had the one.
And Nick, I can't believe User thinks Kyle Pitts might last to the Panthers.
He can't really think that, right? Like
yeah,
that was a joke, right?
Nonsense.
What are we thinking?
Absolute hogwash.
Yeah, Pitts is
as they say in
man.
1895.
He's gonna blow 5 every time.
Yeah. Smith, 2nd and 9. He'll take the sack. Good defense from Decroft. Big 3rd and 13. This feels like a play Decroft needs to have.
Yeah, he needs this one bad. I'm a little surprised there Noah went to the air on 2nd down. To me right now, Noah, his opponent right now is the clock. It's not even Decroft. He needs to be hiking at 1 on the play clock every single time here, using all this clock. A first down in the situation would do him wonders. I'm surprised he went to the air early.
I like this. I like this call.
Thumbs up from Dusty.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I got my stop.
You got that curl.
I have to just catch my touchdown.
No, punt it.
So
what do you want to do, Noah? What do you want to do,
might go for this.
You have a 2-score lead, so it's up to you.
So if he goes for this, what defense do you want?
You had the curl, by the way.
Make sure to take all.
Run
Yep.
match.
Yeah.
Run match.
He's playing
punting,
terrible
he's
defense
punting.
right now.
I have to watch out. I'm coming out in 3 deep.
Okay, let's get stingy again. Yep. Make him work.
You see Decroft nervous about the fake. He comes out in a 3-deep defense.
Yeah, there was a lot of strategy involved right there. You could tell Noah kind of wanted to go for it, but Dusty chiming in saying you're up 2 possessions, goes with the punt. So then Decroft, like you said, potentially seeing a fake. But what a punt right here as well.
Let's try outside nerves out.
I want to backside.
I don't want to get burned. I'm gonna run palms real quick.
Yep.
It's interesting watching Noah. When he's talking, it's a discussion with his team. He's getting feedback from Dusty, feedback from K-Mac. When Decroft is talking, it's almost like he's just talking to himself. It's not really a conversation with any of the other players on his team. He's just trying to get himself centered in the game.
Yeah, and we've seen that a lot from Decroft in the past. He's always talking to himself when he's playing these high-level games. You saw there Noah saying he's going to go to the match coverage, the cover 4 palms. Decroft, though, recognized it, the drag underneath. But yeah, to your point, a lot of communication from Noah there. He's always asking his teammates what he should do. And Team Spoto here, they know Decroft, you know, he wants to do it himself. He's not really looking for any advice.
He's going to quick snap something here, I think.
I really need to get that off there.
Fourth quarter, this is where we excel.
Fours up in the chat.
End it, bro.
Noah in firm control, but we know Decroft, he might have some magic left in that Seahawks polo.
No doubt about it. He can score quickly and fast. I'm surprised he did not hike the ball there before the end of the third.
Ooh.
Wasted a play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is a tight window.
That's a pick. That's number 2. That's number 2. Good defense.
Good
Noah.
defense.
The outside quarter can get burned, by the way, on the fade on the flip side.
That's fine. Let him have that.
Do you hear me, Noah?
What's up?
Do you hear me?
Outside
the
quarter can get burned by the
fade on the trip side can get burned. Yeah, the fade on the trip side can get burned. Back quarter.
I like this. I like this.
Over the middle, finding Hall to the 44-yard line. How quickly do you have to score if you're Decroft to feel like you have a good chance? Is it pre-2-minute warning?
Yeah, definitely. At the minimum, it's the 2-minute warning. You want to score as fast as possible here with you being down 2 possessions. You're starting to mix it up well, though. You know Decroft loves to use motion. He went with that backside dig route right there, switching up his play calls a lot. He might have it over the top.
Come on, get 7. Come
Got him, Debo!
Let's go. That's all I need.
Crib shot. This game ain't over yet.
You're up by 4 with ball, bro.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Decroft needed that. He scores quickly. Look for him to go for 2 now. You see a little bit more juice now coming from Decroft, Tenacious, and Spoto. Now we have a ball game.
I think for the first time all game, Tenacious doesn't have his head in his hands. They're locked back in. This game far from over. Cooley gets the 2. It's a 3-point game.
Chris Cooley fighting for Decroft on the fullback dive. And now it comes down to Noah's offense versus Decroft's defense. The complete opposite of what they really wanted, because that's not their strong suits. But let's see who can stand up for themselves.
This was the play that set it all up. One of those budget receivers, somebody who we haven't seen a whole lot of in full mutt. Debo Samuel making plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it looked like a cover 2 look right there from Noah. Decroft motion over the fade, gets to the outside a little bit, had enough room to get it in there. He's able to take it to the end zone.
And this will be interesting. If there's one player I'd want to have the ball with a chance to run the clock out, it's Noah, because of how good he is in the run game. But Decroft's defense has been solid here in the second half.
Yeah, it has. It's been stout in the second half. He's really dialed in. I would expect Noah to go to the ground here, though. You go to your strong suit with the game on the line.
Under 3 to go now. Goes to that power. Oh, it's Dree Archer. There is no room on the outside. 3rd down and a fist pump from Spoto. He's back in this game.
Yeah, and you see Decroft, he is so ready for these runs. He's sitting there on the weak side, ready to shoot the gap immediately. He didn't make the tackle right there, but he forced Noah to get to the outside quicker than he wanted to. So Decroft is prepared for these
don't
runs.
Put a 3-rec. Put a vert hook so it guards the slant better. And then the vert hook will hold it into the...
I got you. Yep.
Doubles in sail, probably.
Nope, there we go. Come on, make a tackle. Make a tackle, come on!
Marcel Reese stood up at the line of the 33-yard line. 4th and 2. Boy, I think Noah goes for it here. I think he's going to run this down to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I think he takes us down. It's big decision right here. I think if you know where you go for this, he can be kind of a gambling man. I think he's going to go for this.
I'm over it, hook. If he hits the quick out route, he's got it.
What are you feeling here?
They're going to have some time to think about it. Let's listen in, see what Noah's thinking about. Biggest play of the game.
For the send 5. If he sends 5 and someone comes free, you got to be ready for it.
I'm going to make up the time.
Yep.
Stand tall in the pocket.
Offense. Picked up. He might have somebody open downfield. He's got Debo. First down to the 35-yard line.
Let's go, man. My
There's
heart's
a
beating in my
reason
chest, Noah. You're making
the kid has a belt. What a clutch dot. You hear Kane and Dusty at the last second right there. He was like, stand tall in the pocket. Noah did exactly that. Decroft covered the underneath routes. He hit the corner route to the sidelines for a huge first down.
K-Mac's going to have to call his cardiologist after this one. 1st and 10. And now the grind starts. 1 timeout remaining for Decroft.
That was such a huge throw from Noah, because now you take all these timeouts away from Decroft. Even if you got to take your field goal here, you go up a touchdown with not a lot of time for Decroft. So that was just such a big conversion.
Might be like borderline field goal range too, by the way, so just be careful.
Oh, we don't need a field goal.
Let's
go. Give it to me.
Did he get it?
Come on.
Did he get it?
Give it to me, man. Come on.
Let's go, Noah.
Let's go.
He didn't do anything on offense. He just beat me.
Make sure you're on conservative no matter
I have a
what.
chance.
Hold RB.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
on
RB.
conservative.
Hold RB.
It's
I'm
all
going
good, bro.
to hack everything.
And you heard K-Mac and Dusty telling Noah, make sure you're on conservative TD. Why is that so important right now?
Well, especially now with the first down, because so when you put the ball in conservative, you're putting a fumble chance very low. That's the last thing you want to do right here is fumble. Then you hear K-Mac tell him to hold RB. So when you hold RB on Xbox or R1 on PlayStation, that allows you to cover the ball up better so you don't risk that fumble at all, because that's the last thing you want in this situation. So great coaching from K-Mac and Dusty, taking the conservative approach, and that's the right approach.
You can call your timeout.
Okay.
Just say, if I get the ball back, I do have a...
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
this is unreal. I just gave up 2 big plays, and I lost this game because of it.
Remember, Team Spoto, because they lost game 2, picked the game mode for this game 3. They picked salary cap and Decroft.
Okay, so
and Noah has responded to the challenge.
Run back here.
I mean, you could also just honestly run toss out of goal line and run backwards.
They're looking at the math for the play clock, 40-second play clock.
Or any sort of stretch.
I'm just running. Okay.
Yeah, 8 seconds. 7
Okay.
30-second play clock. So
You want to run backwards and goal line, Noah, on toss?
You hear K-Mac saying if you run a toss, you could just kind of run backwards and take all the time off potentially here. I don't think that's the right call in this situation, though.
Not take a hit.
I think you.
Not go down.
It's tough because it's close, but I think you run a regular play and take your field goal.
Yeah, I'm just running backwards.
You can take your
all
delay
I
here,
need
too.
is like 6 seconds off.
Yeah, I would take the delay, then maybe run backwards. You can probably get all the clock off, but it's close.
He's going to need 8 seconds. An 8-second play ends it. And he stay in bounds.
No, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, look for him to go with the goal line toss, run backwards. He's going to try to waste this 8 seconds here by running backwards. Let's see if he can do it.
By the way, because he's on conservative, that means no juke moves, no spin moves, no skill moves. It's just going to be stick work.
No.
You're fine.
Okay, he's going to somehow have to waste another 3 seconds.
So I'm going to just punt it. Just
sky punt it. Yep, take.
Punt it out of the
I don't know if we can take another. Can we take another delay? Call your timeout at 1.
Call timeout. Yeah, call timeout.
You can just sky
4 seconds should be plenty of time, right?
Yeah. Yep. Sky punt it.
Yep. 4 punt. All right, cool.
Just straight down the middle. Just take your time out.
If I catch my touchdown, I win that game. It's literally as simple as that.
Excellent clock management skills here by Team Dusty. They know exactly what to do. They're going to call the timeout at 1 second on the play clock. They're going to sky punt it, which doesn't allow Decroft even a chance to return it.
Yeah, you're good.
Punt
Sky
tight
punt.
right here.
Yeah, punt tight, sky. Straight down the middle.
And they're going to try to run it out on this punt. 4 seconds, the sky kick active. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. It zeroes on the clock. Griffin will get the ball. Big hit, and that's your ball game.
Let's go.
Come on, man.
I love you. I love you, baby.
Oh my God.
Dusty and Noah are crazy. They're
Good
crazy.
job, Dusty. Go win, Dusty.
Go.
Hey, don't get right on
Here comes the lens cap.
Let's go, man.
Win this whole tournament, all right?
Team Dusty drops the Mutt Squad's game, but they win 2 in a row. They are winners. They're the first team out of the semifinals, TD. What a performance from Dusty and Noah in those single matchups.
What a battle, and it was an ultimate team effort. Dusty came up huge in game 2 with that clutch win. They put the game on the line for the big dog Noah. You know he's built for those game-winning moments. He comes up big, and you can't forget about K-Mac. He was cheering his team on, showing positivity. This was the ultimate team effort. Congratulations, they're going to the semifinals.
You think Dusty's gonna get a TGL contract in the mail? You think they're gonna sign the second youngest player in the Madden Bowl?
I think there's a great chance that happens. Dusty, man, what a job drafting this team and then coming up big in that game too. What a performance by these guys.
Did User replace Noah for a second there on Team Dusty? I think he just replaced him for a second. What a game, what a battle to kick off the Madden Bowl. For more on this game 3 and to chat with the winners, let's throw it back to Katie and User.
Thank you so much, Nick. I've mentioned it already, but this night was so entertaining start to finish, and we see Team Dusty User just really come back to win this thing. You know, when Team Spoto gets that win to start out the night, I mean, the odds are in their favor for sure, and just the resilience they displayed. How impressive was it with Team Dusty?
Oh, it's very impressive. You know, Dusty spoke it into existence. He said, don't worry, I'm getting ready to take care of Spoto in draft champs. And that's what he did. And then he left it up to his #1 draft pick, Noah, in the 3rd game. And Noah was able to get it done playing a great decisive game. You know, whether or not you have to decide whether the technical difficulties came into it. But either way, it was a great decision by him. And mentally, Decroft just seemed off from the beginning of the game. And he was able to take the league and never really relinquish it.
Yeah, certainly all good news for Team Dusty and good news for our viewers that we are going to be awarding our dump truck giveaway to one very special winner. That is coming shortly. So stay with us as we break this down. You won't want to miss who ends up winning that one. But yeah, User, just really talking about Dusty, you know, we may see a future with this team as they head on to the semis, taking a look at the updated bracket. We will see a future, but looking forward to, you know, if this team can win those 3 belts at the end of the race. Team Dusty taking care of business tonight, User. It always, you never say never. He was a young captain. He had a different kind of strategy in the draft. He gets Noah up next. Certainly impressive. And taking a look, too, back at this game, throughout the night even, all 3 of these games, impressive was certainly the word, especially in Game 2 and Game 3.
Absolutely. These guys, listen, Team Dusty is going to be a force to deal with. As you see right here, Spoto going down there with a nice play, opening drive, way to punch 7, especially putting Dusty up against the ropes. But guess what? The captain in Dusty says, hey, I'm not going to lay down for my team. I am the captain. I'm going to fight back. And that's what he did all ball game long, able to clutch up and put together a game-winning drive. And let me tell you, this experience is going to be major for them moving on to the next round, because nobody has have to deal with this, and they're the first ones to go through the flame, to actually go out there first game to lose. I feel like the first game is so vital, because if you lose that, you put yourselves on the rope, and back-to-back games, pressure situations, Dusty gets it done, then Noah comes up and finishes up last, like he says best. Finish it, Noah.
Finish it, Noah. Well, speaking of him and the rest of Team Dusty, let's bring in the winning team in night 1 of the Madden Bowl Draft Edition quarterfinals. You guys, congratulations. Dusty, Noah, K-Mac, all of you guys, so impressive, so much fun to watch how you were able to do this one. My first question goes to Noah, and Noah, you're fresh off of this game. How does it feel to take down the Madden Bowl #1 overall pick in D-Croft?
Okay.
Yeah, finish it, user. User was right, you know what I'm saying? Finish it. Started off really well. Kind of almost folded at the end, but, boys had my back, so felt really good. I was pretty surprised. I felt pretty disrespected going back to the draft. People took me 5th overall. I felt like probably should have been the #1 overall pick with how versatile I am, but, I fell to Dusty, and me and Dusty and K-Mac are a crazy trio. So we're feeling really good. We're excited for our next matchup.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Noah. It was a lot of disrespect. I don't know who had you at number 5, but, hey, it ended up working out perfectly. Sometimes you can't choose where you land in the draft, but look, you're moving on to the next round. It's a great landing spot. Dusty, talk to me, man. Way to put the team on your back, being the captain. I'm be honest with you, you're the young phenom. I'm thinking, you're going to lean on K-Mac because he has more experience and let K-Mac play those games. And somehow you was able to orchestrate and get these guys on the same page and say, trust me, I'm going to play in the second spot and I'm going to get the job done versus Spoto. What made you come up with that strategy?
Well, obviously I just came off the Madden Challenge Championship. And I felt really good on DC. I got a really good playbook, really good team. We prepped well for Spoto. We were all ready, so I felt confident in myself. And then obviously Noah too. We felt confident for him against D-Croft.
You guys should feel confident. All right, and lastly, but certainly not least, K-Mac. I gotta ask, Tyler Davis gave you credit. He said you're the most encouraging teammate to have on your team. We saw you encouraging both of your teammates within Noah and Dusty in games 2 and games 3. How do you feel your coaching went? Where do you get that passion for it?
I just like to see my boys play. They did awesome. They clutched up. I definitely don't have an ego. We put a ton of work in as well. I was dotting Noah's brain in for like 8 hours yesterday in U-Trip, so I'm probably the reason why he was able to stop D-Croft.
Yeah, and K-Mac, actually, we're doing this like the real EA adjustments. We're adjusting y'all players' ratings as y'all play. And listen, K-Mac, even though you did not play individually today, I had to give you some points on your swagger and your experience because I felt like even though you didn't play, you were the heart and soul of that team. When things got down bad, you kept pushing them together and said, hey, don't worry, I got it. And people saying, how does your swagger go up? It takes swagger to have that composure, to have your back up against the rope and lead your team, even though you're not the one physically on the sticks. I got to give it to you, man. Way to up your rating today, man. Y'all did a great job. +2 on the experience, +2 on the swagger. Then we have to step over to my guy, Noah. Noah, listen, everyone always talks about your defense being great, but what I saw is what K-Mac saw, the offense. The offense has to go up 2 points because at the end of the day, could you be a better passer than D-Croft? Like K-Mac said, we need to discuss it because that's what we saw out there. Yes, you broke the big run on the offensive plays, but when you needed the dots, you came up with them. You kept coming up with the conversions to make sure you sealed the game. And the experience, you have to move up 1 on the experience because as you see, you're being a seasoned vet, being in the last game, clutching up, sealing it for your team victory. That's a big spot. Definitely going up 1 on the experience. Now moving to my guy, Dusty. Dusty, the young guy getting the 5th round draft pick. You were the one who made the most improvement, if you ask me, because you were the captain. You are the captain now. You led this ship to the very next round. You moving up 2 on the offense. Why? Because of that clutch drive to put it together versus Spoto, versus TNC, to get the job done when your back's up against the rope. And then the experience has to go up because I've known you learn from this situation and your swagger went up. Well, of course, you did it all cool, calm, and under pressure.
Yep.
How about that? How about that, guys? You get the win in the first round here, and you get some updated player ratings from one great user.
I appreciate it. Sounds good.
Once again, congratulations to Team Dusty. You guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing what you can do in the second round. Good luck then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Let's take a look at the updated bracket one more time. And there you see Team Dusty awaiting their next opponent in the semifinals. It will be Team Prodigy or Team J-Wall. And we're going to find out that answer very soon. But one thing's for certain, tonight did not disappoint. And it was kind of like the draft, too. So many unexpected moments and so many swagger ratings and all of this stuff is right here in the first night of the Madden Bowl Draft Edition as they bring in Nick Mazzesko and Tyler Davis into the conversation. And guys, like I said, it didn't disappoint. Nick, so many unexpected moments, to say the least. Talking about that game, too, how much, how impressive was it to see such a young player, 16 years old, Dusty, really clutch up on that final drive with seconds to go in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a clutch drive. We didn't know how Dusty was going to fit in with the TGL crew, with those guys who know each other so well. But at the end of the day, I was just impressed with how these three guys played together. It's really easy when you lose that first game in MUT squads to get down on yourself and maybe you fall apart in that second game, but these guys were confident in both games, and it was all led by their captain, Dusty. I think we have a new star on our hands.
Yeah, I agree with Nick. This team had a great dynamic. You got K-Mac, who's kind of like the offensive coordinator, the cheerleader, calling things out. You got Noah, who's, the big game player. You put him in the big game spot. He's also the defensive coordinator out there. He uses his stick work. And then you got Dusty, who's the architect of it, right? He's the GM. He drafted this team. He came up clutch in that game, too. So I'm just really impressed by this team, and I think they have a good chance to win this whole thing going forward.
And also, User pulled the ripcord on Team Dusty. Just remember that. He pulled the ripcord. He thought the plane was going down. He jumped out with his parachute and pulled that ripcord. Well, the plane landed safely, User. And your backpack, there's no parachute in there. It was just miniature Snickers.
Well, listen, Nick, you know how it is. Sometimes the voodoo and the mush can happen, and I saw it happening. And I said, I don't want them to go down. So let me go ahead and take that mush pressure off of them. And that's what happened, Nick. I was still rocking with Team Dusty. Don't do it now. But listen, it was a great game. Listen, D. Croft, these guys, TNC, came out here and put up a fight. But Team Dusty, able to clutch up and beat the #1 draft pick, the #1 seed. They came out with a big win today. Clutch play after clutch play. After each game being down, losing their first game, man, they show real hard to fight back and win that game.
This is so fun. Always a fun night with you guys. Well, congratulations to Nick for being right with this one. Sorry, User. I mean, you cannot kind of have half and half, but I'll give it to Nick tonight. But we still have so many nights to go. So there's more to come with that. So much fun. And so congratulations to Nick and congratulations to our dump truck winner of this giveaway, 829 Tommy, 829. Congratulations. Just a fun night all in all. And Tommy is our winner of that giveaway. Still more exciting action to come tomorrow. What a night one in this Madden Bowl Draft Edition quarterfinals. Another matchup tomorrow within Team J-Wall and Team Prodigy. 3-game series, maybe it's at 2 games. We're gonna find out. But they are looking for an opponent, Team Dusty, and they're gonna have one after tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in to this Madden Bowl Draft Edition coverage. We'll see you shortly. For now, take a look back on this exciting night, this night one inside of the action. Here are the best sounds at Verizon 5G speeds.
Go get it. Go get that. Let's go. Let's go. We have glitches. We have glitches. Let's score. Come on.
All right. Come on. I had to warm up real quick.
Now, if you're listening, this is not a play action.
They're running halfback pass. They're running halfback pass.
Yes.
Got it. Let's go.
Oh my God, Derek, hit that block.
Okay, Spoto, finish this now, Spoto. Come on.
There goes James White. James White has a lot of room. Can he make a miss? 10, 5, down to the 2-yard line. What a run from young Mike Spoto. He's chucking it up. Oh, what a dodge to Curtis Samuel.
16 years old, and this kid comes up clutch with 27 seconds to potentially win it on a game-winning field goal. Unreal.
Man, let's go, baby.
I'm too clutch.
He's got room.
Adios, amigo. How is he going to stop the power? He can't do it. He's been laughing for weeks and he can't do it.
Crazy dog, baby. Crazy dog.
Oh, yeah. That's the king. The king is back. George Kittle walking into the end zone. Let's go, Noah. Let's go, baby. One stop.